Yes, guys, so Manchester United versus Omonia at Old Trafford, just about to leave myself for the game. I'm thinking tonight's going to be comfortable. I think after the weekend, after the second half performance last week, I think United have cracked it. Look, I think it's going to be a big occasion for Omonia. I think their fans are going to be amazing, but I do think we're going to be too much for them. I think we'll get a goal, but I think it'll be 4-1 to Manchester United.
Hi everyone, I'm Monday Juma here for the Man United Agenda. Hope everyone is doing well. Got to do a score prediction for tonight's game against a Cypriot team that we just about beat 3-2 last week. I observed them and I don't think they're very good, to be honest. No disrespect to them. I think we should be beating them quite easily. I'm expecting a clean sheet. I'm saying it's going to be about 3-0 today. Like to see some rotation. Like to see some more players come through and make their mark. This isn't Real Sociedad. We're at home. We've got the fans behind you. We played really well on the weekend against Everton in certain areas. And I'd like to see an improvement on that. The system as well, slightly been tweaked with Casemiro coming in, playing a bit deep. Let's get back to the block, two-man midfield, so it's nice and secure. I think it's going to be a 3-0 result. I'm really happy with the performance of Man United and the manager. Let's keep it going, 3-0.
Solar here from the Man United Agenda. I'm here to give you my score prediction for the Europa League game tonight. So Manchester United, we're playing at home tonight, which is absolutely brilliant. Must-win game as well, should I say. Keep us fighting for this top spot because we do not want to play one of the teams who got knocked out of the Champions League. So going into the game, we need to make sure we put in a performance in tonight. I believe the score is going to be a high-scoring game today. Not like, well, last game was a high-scoring game, but I think Man United will outscore them by a margin tonight. That's how confident I am. I'm not taking them for the team likely, but it's one of these games. We've got a lot of injuries at the moment in the team. I don't know if Jadon Sancho will he be back. At the moment, he's struggling for form, and also Ronaldo for me, I think is going to be key. Martial's injured again, which is a worry for us as well. So will Ten Hag play some of these youngsters? I'm not too sure whether or not he will play some of these youngsters. I would like to see some, especially Charlie McNeil playing for us as well. So going into the game, I'm looking for a 5-0 Manchester United win. So guys, make sure you liking, sharing and subscribing to the Paddock. Thank you.
Paddock match day. Notch here, and it's the big one again. The Colossus, the top of the mountain, the behemoth, as they say at Paddock, the inimitable Europa! Boom, 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 boom. And boy, have we faced some giants of the game in the past. Fierce rivals, legendary teams, but tonight we need to step it up again to stand any chance of repeating our historic giant killing of Omonia. We got it over the line last week. Just. I'm hoping Eric the Hagster fields his strongest 11 tonight. Then I'm full of hope for his tricky fucking play good football Reds. I'm going to overreach again and predict a tight 4-3 with the last-ditch winner coming from PM Marcus Rashford MBE. And then get that open-top bus parade hurtling through the bustling streets of Withamshire. Trust the Notchster.
Hello and welcome to Stretford Paddock. This is the Watchalong for Manchester United versus Omonia, I've been told to pronounce it. I'm joined by Jordan Simpson. How are you?
I'm very good, mate. How are you?
Not been on the channel for a while. You've got a new job and you're too big for us now.
Bit busy.
Sick of that. We've also got Tom from the Stephen Tries podcast. How are you, Tom?
I'm good. Thanks for having me on.
Good to have you back on. Good to see you.
Always a pleasure.
Are we excited for this game, Jordan?
I have no remote feelings towards it
How do you
whatsoever.
have no feelings towards it? It's Man United are playing.
I know, but last time we played him, it was a bleeding
disgrace.
It was a shocker, wasn't it? And we come out with 3 points.
It was exciting.
Well, yeah, great for the
Maybe.
neutrals. Yeah, great neutral game. But what neutral was watching Manchester United on my own Nicosia in the Europa League group stage?
Well,
I can't imagine a lot of it.
There'll be one.
There'll be one neutral.
There might be two.
Are you excited? Are you bothered?
I don't know. I feel like he's approaching these games as proper game time for the team that he wants to play in the Premier League, which gives me reason to be intrigued.
Yeah. Also, like you said, he is playing a strong team, and maybe part of it is because he wants to get this team bonded and sort of working well. But I think he's taking it seriously as well, especially after losing the first game, that Sociedad match. Because if we don't finish top, we've got to go into this disgusting Champions League knockout draw weird round that where you have to play a team that's fallen from the Champions League. And looking at what happened last night, that will almost certainly be Barcelona,
Absolutely.
won't it?
Yeah,
Juventus.
absolutely.
Yeah, or Juventus. Like, I think there's good reason to want to finish top of this group. And I think, no offence to Sheriff and Omonia, I can't say that anymore. I'm going to have to say Omonia. No offence to them, but it's looking as though it's United and Sociedad winning all their games except the ones against each other. So United need to probably beat Omonia tonight, Sheriff, and then Sociedad to have any chance of finishing top. Do you think we will, or do you think we're going to end up in this absolute death round?
No, I think we'll do it.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
We never win in Spain, though. Where have you got your confidence from?
It's just a feeling. Like, I think Sociedad got very lucky in that game, didn't they?
Yeah.
It was a 1-0, wasn't it? And
It was
the penalty that should not have been nowhere at all a penalty, because I think it hit Martinez's arm when he was on the way to a slide tackle. So it should not have been a penalty anyway. Yeah. But we've seen Erik ten Hag obviously took it to heart in those first 2 games. You think the reaction after Brentford, when he did all the running with the team, that must have absolutely killed him as a sort of mid-50-year-old man. That would have killed him doing all the extra running that Brentford did over Manchester United there. So I think the players are honestly starting to play for him now more, in a sense that they don't want to impress him because we'll drop him. You've seen how he's dealt with big personalities like Ronaldo so far, and he's done really well with it, to be fair. Been really impressive him, but I do think we'll win every other game left in this competition, and we'll go through not knowing that we'll have to face someone.
Group stage.
Okay. Group stage.
Yeah.
We might get a draw in a round of 32 or a round of 16. If there is a round of 32 left, I don't even think there is there?
The Champions League knockout would be the equivalent of that.
Okay, yeah.
You go straight to the round of 16 if you top the group, and it's not quite a round of 32.
Do you?
Yeah, you basically get a bye.
Is it a weird...
So if you finish second in your group,
I see.
you play a team that finished third in their Champions League group.
Right.
And then you play them, and then you go into the round of 16, where waiting for you is the winners of the groups from.
Okay.
And as you mentioned, it will. I guarantee it'll be Barcelona.
So it's one less game, 2 less games.
I think it's a 2-rounded leg. I'll just try and check that.
Because if it's less games, that's an incentive.
I think it's 2 less games, minimum 1 less game. Even if it's a one-off, I think it's another round of 2 games. So yeah, not having those 2 extra games, it's probably worth playing your full strength team, isn't it?
Yeah, and as you mentioned, then I think it's actually impressing that he's not doing rotation where he thinks, it's the Europa League now, I'll throw in some of the bit part players. He's going in with almost full strength teams in arguably every game.
And Ollie did that when we got to the final, didn't he? Basically, for the whole tournament, other than, was it Astana, the last game of the group stage where we'd already won the group, he played a load of kids. It was like, that's quite strong. That's a surprisingly strong team. And then every single round. And then we got to the final, which obviously we didn't win, but we've got further than we've ever got before in that competition. So I think you actually need to take it quite seriously, as we found out against Sociedad. We've got a super chat from Isaac Hobson, who says, "This is for my wife, who is right next to me and probably doesn't want me spending money on a super chat." That's a 200 quid super chat as well. So that is mad. 200. She's going to be fuming with you. 200 quid! That is unreal.
Sorry?
Honestly.
Wow. Sorry?
That's insane, isn't it? It's just put another 500 quid. He said, "This is from the joint account." Wow. He said he says it's better than her or her dickhead of a brother having it. So
what is going on?
Isaac, very interesting comments. That second bit wasn't true, and it was only a £5 super chat. So if you're listening to it,
so he's just a compulsive liar.
I'm not a compulsive
Don't like
liar.
that.
I just lie.
Don't like that.
That reminded me of that clip of that fellow when he's in an airport and he's had 5 Guinness and he's just announced to the newsreader that his wife cheated on him with another man, but he was happy there. That reminded me of the exact same thing.
Jacob O.C. says, "Welcome." No, he doesn't say anything. Just welcome to the academy. 12 months. Interesting that. He doesn't say anything. He says, "Welcome to the academy," which would be really
He said it to himself.
To say to us, like he's got some sort of like death academy going on. "Welcome to the academy." Have you ever said that to anyone?
I've never been a part of an academy where I've been so high up. I can say that.
Set up your own academy.
Welcome to the academy.
The very sort of fight.
Welcome to the academy. Yeah.
Are you part of any academies?
Don't think so. No. Sorry.
Are you part of any academies?
Nah. I'd love to be part of one day though. Wouldn't you?
Why don't you start your own?
The Academy Awards. That'd be good.
Can't take that.
Why?
It's already took, innit?
Yeah, but I'd be part of theirs.
Oh, so he's
Let
going to
me
be
join.
he's going to be an actor.
Yeah, I'll be an actor.
Yeah.
King Dino says Joe the marriage breaker. Yeah, sorry, I was only messing about Isaac. Isaac's wife as well, who's next to him. I mean, she might actually just be annoyed at the $5 that he sent, which is the actual amount.
Is his wife actually sat next to him?
He hasn't got a wife.
I don't know. I
has he?
can't trust you anymore.
I don't think he's got a wife at all.
We need confirmation. We need confirmation because this is racking my brain.
Yeah.
I need confirmation. I'm not going to sleep tonight.
He's got
Is his wife real? Tell me now. Tell
a
me.
jack-o'-lantern next to him with a face carved in it, but the candle's gone out. That's very sad, isn't it? Ethan says, let's do team news. Great point. Let's get to the team news. United's team has been announced. So we've got David De Gea, Dalot, Lindelof, Martinez, Malacia, Casemiro, Fred and Fernandes in midfield with a front three of Rashford, Ronaldo and Antony. We talked about it being a strong lineup. That is a very strong lineup, isn't it? Pretty much, I would say, first full strength other than maybe Eriksen.
And Varane.
Who's possibly carrying a knock.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What do you make of that team? Do you like it?
Yeah, I mean, as I say, it gives me more reason to be interested in games like this because there's nothing worse than when you make 9 changes, 10 changes, and you have to watch a team that doesn't really know each other, and maybe you'll win 1-0. But at least this, we have a good result, good performance. It's good for the weekend.
Yeah. Someone said full strength with McTominay there. McTominay isn't there. He's not playing.
Maybe he's saying it would be full strength if McTominay was there.
Full strength with McTominay there, lol. It doesn't feel like he's.
I think it is.
Maybe he thinks McTominay's in there.
Maybe he thinks McTominay's playing. That's Casemiro there. That's not McTominay. But interesting. Someone says Joe has a lovely Beamer. Is that like a BMW?
I think it's your face.
It must mean you smile.
No chance.
Deconstructing all of these.
Minel Lessie, who's the one who said full strength with McTominay there, lol, just put, sorry, bro. So he got it wrong. He's admitting he got it wrong on this occasion. Somehow he thought McTominay was in the team when he's not. He's like, he said, I was reading the subs like a mug.
I did the same thing, to be fair.
Yeah.
But I waited for a second and worked it out.
Yeah, and it's actually the nice fancy graphic with the two players in. And the subs get just a dirty.
This man acts among impulse. So it just. It's forgivable. It's forgivable. Moment. Yeah, it is. Sat there. No, you never guess what I've done, boys. I tell you. Oh dear.
Someone said he's even spelt his name wrong. Yeah, he put McTominay wrong. Casemiro looks like McTominay if you drink a pint and then squint. It doesn't really, does it?
I don't know.
Would you like Casemiro?
Do I like him?
Yeah.
I think so.
Because he struggled to get in the first team until last week, hasn't he?
Yeah. I don't think it's a club signing. I feel like Ten Hag's had an influence on everyone that's come in. So it probably was just the form of McTominay that's kept him out. But no, he did all right against Everton. Yeah. It took him there's a few mistakes in there. I think the pace of it probably took him by surprise, but it was a good first game.
Yeah, I thought it was.
He should really be playing every week now.
Yeah, I think he will. It's interesting that he's playing tonight because McTominay's suspended for Sunday. So you'd think it would be a decent chance to give Casemiro a rest, but maybe he thinks he needs minutes more than a rest. Are you surprised that he's playing? McTominay on the bench?
No, because as we mentioned before about how he loves playing stronger teams in this competition, Casemiro did have a good game against Everton, despite that little shaky start where the ball was fed into him in like our final third. But Casemiro's not there to receive the ball, to turn, take on 1-2 players quickly and then release it. He's not there, and I can't remember who passed it into him, but
it was Jallo. Yeah. Oh no, Anthony, sorry.
Yeah. So he's put him into a world of bleeding trouble there.
And then for the goal as well, our goal, it was a mistake. Then he won the ball back, but it was a poor piece of play. There was a few of them, and I wonder if it was just maybe a bit of fitness.
He's not played a lot, has he? And because McTominay's been keeping him out of the team with the fantastic form that he's had so far, and he might have been a bit rusty then on the half turn. And I think in that instance, and I'm not slating the Casemiro signing, I think in that instance it proved why he wanted Frenkie de Jong so much, because he'd play in the exact same position as him, and he's so quick on the turn, he's receiving the ball 1-2 touch, he's so agile and quick over those 5 yards. That's why he wanted him so much, and it was just unfortunate that in that instance Casemiro got caught on the ball by an Everton press, and then they went on and scored. But I do think he'll come good. It's like what you said before. What he's good at is winning the ball back, and to my surprise, he released it so quickly when he won it against Everton.
Sorry, I saw a tweet, or I think it was a tweet about his passing as well. I think he made 58 passes against Everton, and he averaged about 50 or so a game for Real Madrid. And compare that to McTominay, who averages like 26 passes a game for United, 29 passes a game.
Is it
it's like-
successful or is it?
I think it's
overall?
run it.
Yeah.
But so basically, he's passing it twice as much as McTominay does, which for a deep line player is obviously something you want him to do.
Yeah.
He gets on the ball more, he's more involved in the game, can find those passes, and he played the ball out to Rashford. Didn't when Rashford crossed it back into him and he headed it wide. But I think it's important that even though sometimes his passing let him down or is taking too long on the ball, he's so much more involved in the game than McTominay is. He's just more a more important sort of player in the team when he's playing. I think we'll see that more as he goes along, where you don't necessarily think he's doing that much more, but then you look at the stats and you go, actually, he's involved in the game so much more than McTominay was, and we've actually got a better player because of that. Lerone Varnado says, Varnado is a fantastic word. It sounds like a tornado of video assistant referees, and I absolutely love it. Fred is perfect for this role. He's not a starter, but can be a reliable sub. Plus, he's not going to sit and pout on the bench. He's a good squad player. I feel like that's what everyone's been saying about Fred and McTominay for the last 2-3 years.
Pick one.
It's like, they're good, but we need them to be only coming off the bench or starting sort of Europa League matches. And now we're kind of getting to see them as squad players where they can be quite effective. Do you think we'll actually think more of them now that they haven't got the pressure of playing week in, week out, maybe?
To be honest, I don't. No, Fred. No, I'm McTominay. No,
you hated him before the season.
Yeah, I did, and he's proved me wrong so far. The way when he's played, he's been very good. I have to admit, but with Fred, he's perfect for this type of game because he's not been getting a lot of minutes in the Prem or in the games that are coming thick and fast. So you can bring him in. He's fresh, as that comment mentioned. He never complains. He's never once thrown his toys out of pram because he's not playing or whatever, or because he's been getting a load of stick. He's carried on, and he's a valuable asset. I do think he is, because he can play as a 6 if needed. Not very good, not very well, but he can do it. I think he's probably going to excel in this role if our formation's correct, where he's almost at 8. He'll press high up. He'll win the ball back in their defensive third. And we scored a lot of goals last season from him doing that. And we didn't score a lot of goals, period. But in that time, he actually won the ball back a lot, and he was very good in that sort of attacking pressing area.
Can I shock you? By the end of the season, Fred will be 30.
He's not 29,
is he? He turns 30 in March.
Yeah.
That's...
No.
Yeah.
Are you sure he's not 27?
No, he's 29. He'll be, like I said, by the end of this season, he'll be 30.
Didn't we sign him when he was like 26, to be fair? So.
Well, we must have done.
Oh, when we did.
But it feels like it didn't feel like that was the case.
No,
I wasn't a kid player.
I'm sorry. I thought he was like 23 when we signed him.
Yeah.
This
is Brazil's starting midfield.
No, it is, isn't it?
Nice,
yeah. Maybe Lucas Paqueta's in there a bit now, but he's not going to be 30, surely not. I'm genuinely in disbelief.
It feels like he must be younger. No, because he's quite diminutive and like happy. Yeah. He's got a youthfulness to him, hasn't he? He's not,
it's an energy.
Yeah.
He's not jaded.
I like that. I respect that. He plays every game like it's his first, which is nice.
He
Live
does.
every day like it's your first. That's my new motto in life, I think. None of this like it's your last bullshit. Live every day like it's your first. Fucking yes, world. That's what I think. McTominay is only 21 as well, which is interesting stat.
That's bollocks.
That's
he's like 26 or something, 25 or 26.
I've done 2 lies already on this watch along, and it's getting the better of me.
I said compulsive lie before.
It's not compulsive. I can. Stop.
That's twice in 15 minutes.
25 years. I was reading Arctic Man's comment. That wasn't my lie. Don't mean he lied, not me.
Okay.
You knew though.
I did know.
Yeah. So it is an inward lie, isn't it?
I spread disinformation and or misinformation. Sue me. What am I? A Russian Twitter bot? And
He'd be a great MB, wouldn't he?
S.H. Callahan says Fred can play till 40, and I believe he's got a degree in bioscience. Most likely to say that, to make the bold claim based on absolutely nothing, that Fred can play till 40. Your creepy uncle says, Joe, I can be whatever age you want me to be. Living up to his name, which is nice. Just keep an eye on him on the internet, actually. If you need to, I've got a number for a local detective that could... these slightly creepy. Anyway, Jordan, what have you been up to? Because I've not seen you in ages.
I've just been working, mate. I've got a new job now, so I'm just...
Where do you work? And obviously, because of our sponsors and our situation, I might have to beep it out when you say it. But if you can, I'll ask you a question. Where do you work?
Gonna scream.
What company do you work for?
I work for a company called Beep.
Well done.
Yeah, thank you.
How long you worked there for?
I've only been there.
Sorry, can you stop pressing that?
Yeah. That's just...
No, I'm joking.
It's just Rudy, for God's sake.
Last time you were on here, you were between jobs.
Yeah.
And now, look at you. I want people to congratulate you in the comments. What?
Okay, fair enough.
Because life is.
I work for a company called
an
Gold.
platter of delicious
I work for
treats.
Gold. If you've ever seen him before, then
For Gold.
For Gold.
Gold.
GOAL.
He works for Gold.
The Gold bar.
Like an old prospector. I work for Gold. That's you, isn't it?
They're cracking
Working in a
biscuits.
gold
They're cracking
mine.
biscuits, then, by the way. They're brilliant biscuits, then.
Takes me back.
I will work
The
for Gold.
McVitie's. Wow.
Or any known currency.
Partial to platinum, you know?
I don't know what platinum is, really.
It's like silver on
just know I
steroids,
like
isn't it?
I just know I love it. What's the one that's really reflective? What's that one called? Foil. Not foil.
Foil.
Foil isn't a fucking... It's not a
I work for
ingredient,
foil.
is it? I will work for... No, the...
Producer Ethan's on form today.
What is the one that's really shiny? Reflective, even?
Reflective.
Yeah.
Diamonds.
No, chrome.
Oh,
We
chrome.
love chrome, don't we? Dave Robotham says, Joe, can you sort me out 2 tickets for the Sloppy Joe's Live? It's all sold out now and I'm gutted, mate. Apart from the 500 club, I'll pay triple. Unfortunately, it is just sold out.
Yeah.
And I've given my allotted tickets away to my...
Could we not just come and stand up?
Where is it?
It's at 53-2 Theatre in Manchester.
Okay.
Do you want to come back and get your ticket?
stand up?
Yeah,
Sorry, it is just sold out. We'll be doing another one at some point, hopefully quite soon. But yeah, there's a few people who messaged, but it's actually sold out, and it's not a big enough venue where you can just sneak people in.
Yeah.
It's a tiny room with about 8 chairs in. It's basically an intervention more than a live show for Joe. Someone says chrome is just a coating on other metals.
I don't think it is chrome. You said it with such confidence. I didn't argue.
What is
but
chrome?
I swear you can put that on other materials, can't you? I thought it was a search
Google
engine.
Chrome has absolutely dominated the web results for Chrome.
I dominated him.
Chrome metal. Chrome plating is a technique of electroplating a thin layer of chromium onto a metal object. So chromium is a thing then.
Is it rhodium? Highly reflective,
Word
resistant to
in.
corrosion.
Rhodium.
Considered the rarest and most valuable precious metal in the world.
Really?
Well above gold or silver.
Wow.
Tell you what.
It's got to be there, hasn't it?
It's above my pay range, tell you what. I only work for
I
gold.
wish I worked for rhodium.
What's your favourite precious or semi-precious metal? Jordan, I'll start with you.
Ruby.
It's not a metal, but
Oh.
we'll open it up to stones.
Emerald.
Well, use ruby a minute ago. How can you have changed it now? I've put stones in there.
I'm just thinking of past Pokemon games that I've played, to be honest.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah.
My favourite one from that is Black 2. Is that?
Oh, yeah.
You ever play that one? It's
Yeah.
way too recent for me. To
No,
be
it,
playing
no, Pokemon White, Pokemon Black. Yeah, there was, wasn't there? Yeah.
What's your favourite semi-precious metal or stone? We'll get back to the football.
The last time I was on, you asked me my favourite noble gas. There's a
So we've
thing.
already got argon. We've got argon. That's safe.
I like silver.
To that silver, and it is semi-precious. I love
Yeah.
that. Actually, is
Sue me.
silver precious?
I'll die on this hill.
Semi-precious. Silver is it?
Is it not? I don't like the sound of chrome.
I think it might be a precious metal, not a semi-precious metal.
Oh, what's a semi-precious? Copper.
Semi-precious would be something like a bauxite or a quartz, but not your rubies, your emeralds.
Don't mind a
sapphires.
quartz. Don't mind.
away.
Right, let's talk about
Setting me up
football,
to
shall
fail.
we? Yeah, just what a stitch up that one. the old semi-precious. That's been going around since the Wild West. That one has. Some bloke rolls into town with a pocket full of erodium. Next thing you know, he's fucking semi-precious up to fuck. Right, here's what we're going to do now. A new feature
Football.
for the Watchalong. We're going to talk about last week's match. I think, Ethan, if we can get this up. So obviously 3-2 in the game last week.
Yep.
Semi-embarrassing, I would say. This was the first goal, so you can see here, Malacia with the ball at his feet here. Now he's just got a pass from Jadon Sancho, and a lot of people had a go at Malacia for that. To me, when he's the deepest man, that is a bit of a mad pass for Sancho to make, isn't it? Are you surprised that Sancho's been dropped? Do you think there's anything to do with it?
I'm not surprised that he's dropped because he hasn't been good enough.
Yeah,
it's just as simple as that. He had a semi-good start, and we were talking about this off camera. He was almost good for like 30, 40 minute periods, and then he sort of fell off a bit. But he's not been good in the past couple of games. And in that scenario, he knows, he's got the football intelligence to realise that United have just had a failed corner. The ball's come out to him. He's getting double pressed by two players who are going to continue pressing if he releases the ball. Yeah. It's just he didn't want the pressure of having the ball. So he's passed it to Malacia. It's been a bit of an awkward pass, and all of a sudden they've gone on a counter-attack straight away.
Thing as well,
and there's nobody behind him. He knows no one's behind him. He's great at dribbling. Just dribble out a bit more. Let the players
Sanchez
drop back.
played the way he's facing. I think it's more how that situation's come about.
Yeah. The mad thing is, though, you've got Bruno Fernandes here. So he could have passed it out wide to Bruno and play that ball that way. Take the ball out to the space instead of going back to the last man. Interesting that he decided, like I said, to play that ball into Malacia, which I think was obviously just the wrong thing to do looking back, wasn't it? And then obviously from there we saw breaking away 3 versus 2, and at that point it is literally just not much you can do, really, is there? No. Any competent football team that's half decent can get the ball, put it in the back of the net, and obviously there you see going past, I think it was Martinez who got closest to the end, but it was never really going to get anywhere. Were you surprised by how good Omonia were? Because I thought, to be honest, this was to make it 1-0 to them, obviously. I thought we absolutely battered them. And yet, somehow, the result made it look like it was a tight game. But really, United should have scored 6 or 7, I thought.
Yeah, I think it was just a case of them taking the chances. They got a couple of little half chances, took them, that was it. But we should have been 2 or 3 up before that even happened. I don't mind. It can happen in these games. It's such an atmosphere when you go there. Yeah. It's such a big game for them that they're alert, ready to press on every mistake. I don't mind going 1-0 down and seeing what the response is.
Yeah.
Could have been better.
Yeah. Could have been slightly better. Were you surprised?
To be honest, yeah, because yes, the occasion's there, and I remember listening to one of the commentators saying that some of the Omonia fans, they actually had United kits on before the game, and then when they got into the stadium, they put their own kits on to support them. And I'm thinking, like, you never see that anywhere. Yeah. So it is a massive occasion for these players who are all, the players are all United fans as well, not all of them. A good portion of the players who were playing against us were United fans as well, so they'd be absolutely right up for the game. And it is, as you mentioned, they had 2, maybe 3 chances, and they took them. Ronaldo could have had a hat-trick in that game. He just didn't take his chances because we were all going, get 700 here, he'll get 700 here. Didn't happen. They just took the chances, and we made the mistake of Sancho passing the ball to Malacia there. They conceded, and they were clinical. Fair enough to him.
Does that happen a lot to teams? Because that's what cost us. You look back at the Champions League last year. Do you remember at Istanbul? Yeah. We conceded a goal from a corner. We only had one man back. I think it was Matic, and then 3 players break on one and they score. Like, is that something we're doing? Not covering ourselves from set pieces? Is that something in the team? I don't know. Seems overly risky.
That one against Istanbul was so fucking annoying.
It was terrible. It was terrible.
How the bar being chased by Nemanja Matic.
How can you, as a professional football team, have one man back? One on a corner who can barely run anyway.
Just even there, is it necessary to only have Malacia? Surely, it's 0-0 in a game you are dominating. Yeah. Why are you leaving one man isolated against the runners?
I don't know.
It just seems strange.
Don't give him the ball if it's any less than a 15-20 yard pass, so he's got some space.
Yeah, he's got some space. I'll go back to the keeper there.
A 5-yard pass to him when you've got men pressing you. It's a bit of a recipe for disaster. And obviously, Malacia could have done better, or should have done better.
First time, just clip it.
Yeah. Or even if you have to put it out for a throw-in and scream at Jadon Sancho and say, don't put him under that pressure. Yeah. What you can't do is give the ball. It's same with Casemiro, wasn't it, the weekend, where, yes, you can blame Anthony a little bit for giving him the ball, but really, if you're under that much pressure, just get rid of it anywhere and then have a go at Anthony for giving you afterwards. But you can't let them win possession back off you because they're going to be in a good position.
I wonder if it's a case of underestimating the goal threat, because up until that point there'd been no threat whatsoever, and United were too comfortable with anything. Yeah, maybe that's it.
It was the wake up call, wasn't it? And then when we went 3-1 up, they scored. I think a minute later. I think it was a minute later they scored after we went 3-1 up. So they're going to be on it this game as well. Yeah. They'll be at Old Trafford again. It's the same conversation we had. There's going to be United fans in that team. They're going to be proper up for it because it'll be the first and probably last time they'll ever get to play at Old Trafford. Yeah. So they're going to be on it for this game as well. So they do need to be on it. It's as simple as that.
We'll go through their team. I mean, I don't know how much information we're going to get from knowing the players, but
they have a Bruno.
We have shown them respect at least of doing that.
They've got a Bruno. Yeah. who's not been that bad for him, to be fair.
What's he called?
Bruno
Philippe. On Google, he's just called.
He's just BF.
BF.
Yeah.
Like he's big and friendly, but he's not quite a giant. They're in goal for them. It's Uzoho. Then it's Matthews, Lang, Miletic, Euster, Kitsos. Then they've got Panayiotou. They've got Kasama. They've got Charalambous. They've got Kaku. I'm so shit at this. They've got Kakuli, and they've got Bruno Philippe as well. Any of them? Who's your favourite?
Matthews played at Celtic.
He played at Celtic, didn't he?
So there we go.
There you go.
There's 1 out of 11.
They had who was the other guy that played for Celtic? The striker that plays for them now. He also played for Sheffield Wednesday. Oh, we were looking at this last week. I've got it. I'll get it.
I couldn't tell you.
Can't remember his name now. What's his name?
Celtic and Wednesday.
Celtic and Wednesday. Gary Hooper.
I was just going to say, it's not Gary Hooper, is it?
It is Gary Hooper.
I thought he'd be retired by now.
Yeah. No, he's 34 years old only. And he plays for Omonia. He's only played 2 games, 0 goals so far.
Oh, bless him.
He's
34.
4 years older than Fred.
Oh, God.
How old are you?
Don't start with this now.
2 in November.
So he's 3 years older than you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Fred's 24. I'm sorry. He is. He's not. He's not going
19.
to 30. I'm sorry. I don't believe you. Don't believe you.
Someone says you missed the goalie. I didn't.
No, you said the keeper. He did say
Is
the
it the
keeper.
same guy who's just not listening?
His wife's in his ear constantly.
It's not. It's
He keeps pausing. I'm trying to listen to you every time.
Mikhail says, anyone think we'll lose? Can we get the team back on the screen, please? Do you think we'll lose?
No, but
Say you do.
I think there's a chance. Yeah, they were great on the counter attack.
Get out. Absolutely awful. Like, this is Man United we're talking about here.
Tell you what, I'm a bit shaky.
To be fair, he said you missed the goalie. That might mean something. Oh, he said goalie instead of goalie. That's all right. Let's not do that.
Mr. Gooley.
Right.
I'm lost. I'm lost.
This screen keeps flickering. I apologise for that. You can see that in the background. I think it's because Ethan's unplugging that camera there. Why did we scramble to get Dubravka and just not play him?
I don't know.
No. Doesn't really make any sense, does it? I don't think he's that good. I bet in training, he's shit.
He had a great debut,
he was a good keeper.
Us.
Yeah, I think he's a cracking keeper.
I feel like he had a lot of credit in the bank from that. And then he was like, all right, but obviously the time has come for them to get a better goalkeeper. And if he's not good enough for Newcastle, why?
I don't know. And also, no offence to Nick Pope, but I don't think Nick Pope's that good. Where it's like, Dubravka could still be world class, but then Nick Pope is just better.
Yeah.
Nick Pope's a decent goalie. He's not that good. Do you like Nick Pope?
I don't think he's bad, but
he's not.
He's not. I don't think he's anything to shout about in terms of a professional keepers. Yeah, he's a sound Premier League keeper. He was good at a Newcastle. He was good at a Burnley. You know, he kept him in a lot of games.
Who's the Leverkusen keeper we're supposedly watching? Diego. Is it Costa?
Diogo Costa. Yeah. Was he Leverkusen's keeper?
Is he Leverkusen?
I swear it's that Hradecki who's Leverkusen's keeper. I think.
I might be wrong.
Is he He's a Portuguese
must
team.
be. Apologies.
He's at Porto, yeah.
Were they playing Leverkusen last night? Maybe that's it. But anyway, he got an assist.
Yeah, I think they were.
Saved the penalty. And
his first keeper.
I've not really watched much about him, but
first keeper
apparently
to do
we're
it,
watching the new keeper.
What, the first player to get an assist and save a penalty in the same game?
Yeah, first ever. Yeah.
That doesn't seem true. I believe.
He went all over socials yesterday.
Did it? Yeah, they beat Leverkusen 3-0 yesterday, which is why.
But it's a conversation to open, I think, because De Gea's contract is up at this year, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
it can be.
We've seen so many instances where managers have come in and tried to change how he plays, make him come off his line more, make him sweep a bit more. And to be fair, this season he has been pretty impressive at being quick off his line. I think it's from our expectation of David De Gea because we've seen him never really do it a lot.
I just think he's on a massive contract, and I think there's too many question marks for someone who's on that big a contract.
So would you let him go for nothing?
I would.
Is it a case where we can extend it? Can we? Have we got like a year on you? Right. So I would say we extend the contract for 1 year and then get some sort of money out of him. Maybe what we paid for him.
Not though, because who's going to spend any money on him, knowing that you've also got to stomach a an expectation of around 300 plus grand a week.
Well, he knows he's not going to get that anywhere else.
They'll know
If
what
he does that.
they'll know what
But
to
I mean,
do.
that's what I'm saying.
and I
Though.
feel
But
like
then,
it's-
okay, then so also he can refuse to leave.
Yeah, that's
why
the point.
You know, why
Yeah.
why leave and get paid 150 grand a week when you can stay and get paid 350 grand a week? I think you've got to let him go.
and if we are signing a new goalkeeper, I just think
Why keep him?
Yeah,
I don't
I
think
was just thinking,
Yeah.
for once they could be smart with the money. You know, we've made profit on, I think it's 2 players or 3 players since like the turn of the 2010 season.
I think with that, it's selling them at the right time, and I think we didn't sell Lingard at the right time,
No.
and we didn't sell De Gea at the right
Pogba.
time, and that's why you end up losing out. And I think the mistake's already been made.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
I mean,
would you let
We should have
let him go?
sold
Yeah,
I think you
when
have to.
Real Madrid came.
you let him go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
End
I
of
think
the
I
season,
would.
yeah.
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 He's been great for United and for good chunks of the 11 years he's been here, but he's not. There seems to be no sort of stat or metric that he's at the top of or near the top of anymore.
No.
It seems like he's below average on pretty much everything, technically. So it doesn't really make any sense to me that you would keep him for the money he's on. What is he bringing that is making him worth being the most expensive goalkeeper in the world? There's no metric that he's at the top of.
You'd sign him on for a year if there was no one available, or there was
Yeah.
an issue with getting a target, maybe for a year.
Well, we have someone in house, but he ratted us out in that media in that interview, didn't he? And he's not been very good for Forest, to be honest. I think he saved what is it, 1 or 2 penalties.
Yeah.
He's at least saved 1 penalty, but
there have been a struggling team, haven't they? I don't know what to make of. how
And
he's doing.
ironically as well, they sacked the head of recruitment from this summer, hadn't they? This week. Yeah.
Fucking
the
hell.
guy who brought in 22 players, 2 teams, they've sacked him. Sorry?
Yeah,
What was that about?
They're just on the cusp of.
They give Steve Cooper, what was it, a new 3-year contract. They've sacked the head of recruitment after 22 players coming in. They're riding that £100 million game, aren't they? From last season, the playoff final.
Sorry to not to interrupt you, but Sofumla Ngoma says De Gea kept us up. Your memories are so short. Kept us up. You remember that season we finished 17th and David De Gea saved a penalty on the last day. What do you mean kept us up? We finished 6th last season. It's hardly keeping us up. Kept us up. He's been a great goalkeeper, and he has been a great goalkeeper in the past. Unfortunately, it happened to coincide with us being largely shit.
I think that's why we were so desperate to not sell him, because it was just like, well, he's one of our. He's an asset where we were at a time we didn't have a lot of good assets, and that contract was probably a bit too big for a goalkeeper.
Yeah, because
300,000 a week.
Sanchez in for like 400 plus, and then De Gea was like, "I've won Player of the Season for the last 3 years. How is he getting paid 300 grand more than me?" And they went, "All right, well, if he was getting paid 100 grand more than you," and he went, "Yeah, deal." And then now you look at it and you go, actually, Ederson's on 100 grand a week, and you're on 3 times that. It doesn't really make much sense.
Yeah.
There's a good comment here just a second ago. I've lost it now. But talking about David De Gea anyway, he's been a great goalkeeper, but I think it's fair on him to let him do something else. I think none of it makes sense for him to stay, really, does it? Does it? What
think
does he do?
He said, didn't he, in an interview recently, that if he has the opportunity to stay, he will do. But you would do if you'd have played on £300,000 a week consistently. You would stay. He's comfortable here. Everyone's been in. His family's been in Manchester for so long. Blah blah blah. But I genuinely think Ten Hag will get rid of him at the end of the year, because as much as he improved the squad quite well in this transfer window, he saw goalkeeper as not an immediate option to replace.
But it's crucial to the way he wants to play.
Absolutely, yeah. But he probably thought, I can do 1 season with him. He'll do a job, and then I can go and get someone else in.
And also,
who I actually want to do my style as a goalkeeper.
Yeah, and it's worth remembering as well is he has brought another goalkeeper in. He did want another goalie. He wanted Kevin Trapp, and he wanted, was it Jan Sommer as well that was mentioned?
Yeah.
He wanted a goalie that could play the ball out from the back. We just couldn't get one for a price we wanted, so we ended up getting 4th choice Dubravka. But he's literally tried to replace him this summer, but on a budget. He thought he could probably replace David De Gea for less than 10 million quid. That's how little he thinks of him, or at least how little he thought of him at the start of the season. I thought against Everton was probably his best passing display that I've seen from De Gea.
Yeah.
Like a lot of good first-time passes, and maybe there's a chance that he can turn him into a half-decent ball-playing goalkeeper with the right sort of training. But you think giving that training to someone that is a more kind of naturally good passer of the ball and naturally more confident at coming out from the box would be time better spent than trying to turn David De Gea into something he's never been at the age of 30.
Look at Edison though. Like Edison's probably the best goalkeeper in the Premier League for starting the play from the back.
Yeah.
But I think he's one of the weakest goalkeepers in the Premier League. Like shots outside the box, he's terrible. So many times I watch shots that he faced and I just think he could have.
Yeah.
He could have done better there
But
the time,
yeah.
but that's not what he's in the team for. The guy is strong in the wrong way. It's not valued as much anymore at a top club to be a great goalkeeper that can't play.
Yeah, it's like centre backs. It's gone through the whole team, hasn't it? Like over the last sort of 30 years, where before in the 90s, all you wanted from a centre back was a head on a stick and a slide tackle machine. That's really all you wanted.
Yeah.
Beat your striker in the air and tackle the ball back off him. Now, Martinez, I mean, fun enough, he's good in the air, but you can get a job as a centre-back at a top team by being better with the ball than winning the ball, because that's what is needed from a centre-back now. Like you said, you can get a job as a top goalkeeper winning trophies by being better with the ball at your feet than saving.
And it says
that's
a lot.
what football is.
You know, he thinks he can replace him because he's looking at the goalkeepers that were available on the cheap that can distribute the ball a bit, and he's probably not really asked about the fact that they're not great goalkeepers, but that's not what I'm looking for.
No, exactly, because he thinks that the pressure, being able to sustain pressure and possession and nullifying the opposition's pressure with a goalie that can pass and keep the ball will win us more points over the course of a season than a goalkeeper that is good at saving but can't pass. Yeah. Like that, I'd take the trade-off, it seemed like. Sam Antonio Brooks said, play the game now, lads, come on. Like, put the game on. The game hasn't even started yet. Even if we had rights to the game to broadcast it, we can't start it 20 minutes early just because you're
Come on, lads. It's not nice. It's not nice to hear that.
Come on, fuck this. Put the game on now. None of this messing about. Come on. I'm waiting. Time. Tick tock. The players are still in the dressing room. We can't start a game that doesn't exist. Speaking of slightly old-fashioned, perhaps antiquated footballing players, Cristiano Ronaldo is one that I think we should mention because he's back in the team now, almost against Ten Hag's will. Like Martial's out, it keeps getting injured. Rashford is playing well, but Sancho's not playing particularly well, so we need Sancho to have some time off. Rashford goes out on the left, and now Cristiano Ronaldo comes back in the team. He is almost the last of those sorts of strikers where it's like he can't really press, which all modern strikers have to do. He doesn't really get involved in the build-up. He is just a old-fashioned number 9 who happens to be one of the best ever at it. Do you think he's got a decent place left in this squad for the rest of the season, or do you think Ten Hag will be going, get Martial back and get this guy out?
Oh no, he's 100% got a place in the squad. It's just dependent on whether he stays in January. If he goes somewhere else and he goes and gets Champions League football to extend goal scoring records, etc. But he's 100% got a place because Martial's injury record is abysmal. He's not reliable to keep him for 20-25 games because he'll barely play that season because he's injured all the time. Rashford's so much better off the left-hand side than as a central striker. He's more effective being in that sort of left forward role, not that out wide, just having someone to take on and just cutting inside. He's so much better than him with his back to goal.
Yeah.
So Ronaldo 100% has a place in that squad. It's just whether he stays in January or not, because he's still a competent player. He come off the bench after half an hour at Everton, scored the game-winning goal, doing almost an old Ronaldo run down the left channel and hitting it first time. So
I thought
of course he's got a chance.
Some good stuff from Ronaldo in that game. Well, he's playing that.
He's back up to scratch now anyway with his fitness, because Ten Hag said this week that he's not really been fit and that's why he's not been playing as much. Yeah. But he's happy with his fitness levels now. And then that could mean, even with Martial fit, he may play Ronaldo over him. But when Martial has been fit this season, he's been very good. Yeah. He's been involved.
He's only been fit for 130 minutes.
He's got the best minutes per goal ratio in the Premier League.
Better than Haaland, eat that. Just on Ronaldo then, so we've got a little image here of the goal. And like you said, in terms of like classic Ronaldo, obviously breaking away on the left-hand side, the ball comes through from Casemiro up there. It was almost very reminiscent of that goal he scored against Newcastle, wasn't it, on his debut, where he sort of having to sort of drag it into his path a little bit, coming from out wide. And for a lot of players, that position there, as you see the screen, wouldn't be necessarily, I'm about to be through on goal, I'm about to get a shot away and score a goal. That's still a tricky position to be in. And then obviously just pulls away from his man, gets the ball, puts it past Pickford. It was interesting that Ten Hag talked about how his fitness wasn't ready at the start of the season, how he said he's not fit enough. which obviously when you think of Cristiano Ronaldo, you don't think lacking fitness. That's probably the last thing you think. Do you think there's a chance that he actually improves and gets better this season? Because it almost feels like everyone's going, well, he's just on the way down because he's 37. He's only going to get worse and worse and worse until he's retired. I think he might actually get better than he has been. I think there's a chance that his fitness improves. He does try and do a bit more that Ten Hag is asking him to because he's physically capable. And that we actually see a Ronaldo that fits into this team pretty well rather than one that he's sort of shoehorning in. Do you think he can improve on how he's been so far?
Well, possibly. I think he went to Juventus in a bad moment for them. And that didn't work out, did it? I watched a few games over the course of his time there, and it was a bit drab. Obviously, yeah, there are certain things that are going to be expected of him in a Ten Hag team. I just think it's bizarre that we're even kind of talking about it because, we mentioned De Gea and you think, I'm going to get a season out of him before we move on. Of the areas that they identified, you felt like they didn't need to go and spend a load of money on a striker because for at least a season, we've got Ronaldo and he might be 37, but he keeps himself in good shape. He's desperate to play. He's desperate to score goals and
even
keep
if it's
adding
for himself, if nothing else.
Exactly.
Even so, yeah.
I would have expected that he had a big role to play. It's only the way it's gone that's made me think, is there an issue here? But Ten Hag talking about not bringing him on in that City game out of respect. I feel like he does respect him. You'd have to. So he keeps harping back to he's not been fit.
Yeah.
I'll take him at his word for that, and hopefully we'll see him play some minutes.
It's interesting because at first that comment about I didn't play him out of respect for his career, I just thought, what the fuck are you on?
Yeah, I didn't like that.
But then actually, after the game against Everton, when you see them all in the dressing room with the 700 balloons and all that, and the point that was made of 700 career club goals, which is more than any footballer in history, I think Ten Hag was thinking, we've already lost this game.
Yeah.
If he comes on and gets his 700th goal, we
not a
can't
moment
celebrate
for that,
it.
yeah.
We can't put it on social media. We can't sit smiling in the dressing room afterwards because everything has to be low, and they would be low after losing the derby. I think it was for the 700 thing. And I think it makes a bit more sense when you think you want to congratulate and celebrate this man's career. Why possibly let him score this record-breaking goal in a game we've definitely already lost? Because he didn't want to bring him on until, 6-1 when Martial came on.
It's damage limitation subs generally you start to make at that point in the game. And it's not... I can see why you wouldn't want to bring Ronaldo on for that, because it's just, he's got to then front that up. He's got to be there stretching and, stood there on the sideline to come in a game where he's 6-1 down and it's a humiliating defeat.
Yeah.
So...
I'm the opposite, me. I don't think he should have took that into account, because the way that he's been talking about how he's going to deal with big egos in the dressing room, he spoke about how much he's going to sit there and deal with Cristiano Ronaldo, and if he throws a strop, tough, I'm the manager. Yeah. If he wanted to play him, I think he should have played him. And the whole respect thing post match, I thought was genuinely just a load of bollocks. It's probably the thing I've disagreed with the most of Ten Hag, because what does it then mean for the players that you brought on then? Yeah. Do they automatically have less respect? Yes, this guy has been arguably top 2, top 1 player in world football for the majority of his career, but it almost goes back to what Keno said. Was it a disrespect not starting him, or was it a tactical thing, or was it something else?
But you wouldn't bring a kid on though, would you, into that? For their first game.
Yeah.
What happened against Liverpool? He brought on Ralph Ragnick, brought on Hannibal Mejbri.
True.
And he went in and everyone was actually...
Ten Hag,
no, I know.
Yeah.
Martial needed minutes, and so you can understand that, but it's almost in that situation, would you want to bring anyone on? Because everyone's sat there on the bench who really has an appetite to come into a 6-1 drubbing that looks like it potentially get worse.
Yeah, I've got no problem with the fact that he brought Martial. I didn't like the way he worded the old excuse about not bringing Cristiano on, and I just think that he didn't give a shit about when he scores the 700th goal, because he's probably thinking if we get a goal back, it actually looks better. And then we got 2 back.
I think it almost felt like a bit of an excuse, didn't it? It felt like really he's not brought it because he don't think he's good enough.
But disagree with one bad thing. I'm not that fussed about, because I still think he's gonna come good for us. He'll be fine. It was just in that moment.
Ten Hag, you mean, or Ronaldo?
Yeah. Ten Hag. Yeah. I don't think Ronnie will get any better than what he was last year, because he played pretty much every game. I think he was 24 goals and 3 assists all season for a 36, 37-year-old striker. It's absolutely flipping unbelievable. So I don't think he'll get anywhere near the numbers he got this season, because he's not playing as much either. Not when you've got Martial on form, you've got Rashford playing well as well off the left-hand side. I don't think he gets anywhere
You
near
take
those
scoring
numbers.
slightly less goals, though.
Yeah, if you,
in a better team.
Bit part player in a better team, come in, go and get me 15 goals off the bench. I'm absolutely happy with that. Fine with that.
The year before Ronaldo came in, what did Ronaldo get last season? 23 or 24 goals?
24.
Was it?
24 all comps.
Yeah. No one scored as many as him the year before.
But
for
finished
Man
second.
United, but we scored more goals as a team than we did the year after he arrived. So it's not necessarily about one player getting loads of goals. And to be fair, 24 is a good goal scoring return, but that's only one more than Martial got a couple of years ago. That's one more than Rashford got the year before. So it's a good goal, a good return. And he was our top scorer last season. And he played well, but if he'd have got 40 and we'd have not won anything, you can go, you couldn't have done any more there. 24 is a decent striker with decent numbers at the cost of maybe, I don't know, everything having to go through him all the time. I think it was probably worth getting a team that's, works together better than having one focal point that isn't scoring that many goals. I don't know. I just think if you're going to be the only one scoring, you've got to score 40, like Lewandowski or something like that. You can't just score 24 and be like, I've had a good year, fuck you lot.
So I mean, it's the whole argument, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because he had a fantastic individual year last year, but as a collective, we suffered drastically. You dropped 4 places in the league. You knocked out early in the Champions League and all the cup competitions. Manager gets sacked. A new guy comes in.
And the new guy that comes in also
gets sacked.
We sacked. Technically, he wasn't the manager when he got sacked, but we sacked 2 managers last season. Really,
Yeah.
We sacked Solskjaer, and then we sacked Rangnick at the end of the year.
Yeah.
That was a shambles, the Rangnick appointment.
Oh,
And then
it's
for it
mad.
to be a consultancy role in the end.
Hey,
it's like,
I think we believed in gegenpressing for 3 weeks. Yeah, it was the greatest 3 weeks we've had for the entire season last year. We've got this philosopher coming in. He knows how to make players run. He'll get them running. First match back, they broke all the running stats from every game. Second match, pants, absolutely pants. Honestly.
I was outside Old Trafford talking to Sky Sports, saying, we saw Tuchel come in and Chelsea won the Champions League. Let's just. I'm not saying we're going to do that, but let's see what Rangnick will do. We got knocked out immediately. Absolutely immediately knocked out the Champions League.
That was a crap 2 games that against Atletico, wasn't it? It was crap that.
We were so lucky.
The players aren't there though. Like I think Tuchel's coming to a better team. United's he's coming from further back. There's big issues at the club that will take him a couple of transfer windows to fix.
Yeah.
And
Bless him now. He's in a better place, isn't he? He's with the Austrian national team. He's not passed away.
Yeah, he's in a better place.
He probably is with the Austrian national team. Are they going to the World Cup? Austria?
The World Cup in the sky.
What are you insinuating?
Sorry, Qatar. I don't know.
Yeah, Qatar.
I don't know if they are actually. I don't think they are. Yeah, thanks, Ethan. Right, 5 minutes till kick-off. This means one thing. What does it mean, Jordan?
It's predictions.
Predictions time. Right, you first.
Me first.
What's going to happen tonight? What's the score going to be and who's scoring? Get your score predictions in at home as well, and we'll read them out.
I think we're going to score a lot of goals.
I
really do. Like I don't normally predict big scores, but I'm feeling a 4 or a
60.
5
4, yeah.
or a 60.
Yes! 60-0! Is that what you can go with?
Oh, I don't want to disappoint you.
Come on! Sorry,
I'm going to go.
I jumped the gun there. Are you saying 60-0?
I'm going to go 5-0. I'm going to go 5-0.
5-0. Okay.
Interestingly enough, somehow 5-0 feels shit. It feels like we've lost.
Do you want to go now?
I think it'll be 60-0.
Wow.
Do you mean it? You really excited?
That's amazing. Just to predict it.
5-0. Who's going to score?
Oh, I don't know.
Come on.
Oh, God. I think Rashford will score 1.
That's 1.
I think Ronaldo will score.
59 to go. Oh, no, you said 5 in there, didn't you?
I think Rashford will score. Ronaldo will score. Outside of that, Bruno. I can't give you 5 goals. Oh, do I have to?
You don't. Well, they don't have to all be different.
No, they don't. Okay, 2 for Ronaldo and 1 for Dallo.
Dallo as well. The Portuguese
He gets
connection.
in there, doesn't he?
3
He gets
Portuguese
in there.
scoring there in your predictions.
Portuguese?
Portuguese. Yeah.
That's not right, is it?
Portugoose for 1, and then it's
Portuguese.
Portuguese. Yeah, I think
The
it's
Portuguese.
one Portugoose, multiple Portuguese.
Yeah.
Score prediction, Jordan.
I'm gonna go.
Don't let us down.
I'm gonna go 3-1. I think we'll concede still.
Who to?
Manchester United. Bruno will score for them because he's the only player that I know.
Own goal.
No, they're Bruno.
Oh, Bruno.
He's the only one I know, so he'll score.
Right.
And I'm saying a brace for Ronnie
brace.
and Casemiro. I'm saying he had a chance. He's going to be hungry, I reckon. I'm saying Ronnie and Casemiro. I'm saying them two.
Chomping at the bit.
Are you sticking
60?
with
60-0.
I'm not going to stick with 6-0 because I've just been thinking about it, and I don't think any game's ever ended 6-0 before. So no, because from when you said it, somehow the confidence that you said it with made me feel like it was not just possible but probable.
Yeah.
Whereas now I've realised.
But you've thought about
it's
it.
very, very unlikely, isn't it? Because normally, what's like a big score? Normally?
Is it though?
Is it?
Is it though?
It might be 60-0. Fucking Ronaldo with 59.
What's going on?
Own goal for the last one. Very sorry, Lang, who scored the own goal. But yeah, I'm going to go 60-0. Shane Birmingham, which is a great name. Not a clean sheet. No. No, it will be a clean sheet, yeah. Shane Birmingham says 4-0 United. James Burns says 77-0. That's even more than I'm saying. This is getting crazy. Jockey
This is becoming a joke, this.
Jockey and
This is a joke.
2-0 down inside.
DB Cooper's gone, oh, James, I already said 77-0. How unbelievable. Alpha Shifter says we need a 5-0. I actually think it will be 5-0. That's what I said on the preview. So, we've got a similar score prediction there. Tokos Claudio says 60-0. James says 8-0. Big Cat says 1-0. So different scores.
I'd take any of them.
Really?
I'd take any of them. We need the points.
James
Take any of them.
says 271-0. Don't be,
Right.
Don't come on, fucking stupid, mate.
Ruined it.
Come
Honestly.
on. You've ruined it. Liam Cohen 901. See, that's more like it because it's still gave room for Omonia to score. That's more like it.
That's 10 goals a minute, isn't it?
Yeah, 10,
that's unruly, that is.
10 goals a minute seems unlikely, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, I'm gonna
I wonder what odds you'd get on that.
Yeah, if it goes to extra
Come on, ref. Hey?
If it goes to extra time,
Bloody hell.
that's another 30 minutes. But then for it to go to extra time, it would have to have been 0-0 after 90.
Or
900.
900.
Oh, God.
That would be rather impressive, wouldn't it?
Goals.
We've had to witness history.
We might be. I mean, everything's history in a way.
Yeah.
Too true.
It's a good point.
Sad when you think about it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Parents are getting older. Glenn F says 1-0 David De Gea in the last minute.
Oh, wow.
Like that.
I like that a lot. I've
wow.
New contract.
Michael score for United. Did you see that live when that happened? You weren't even born.
What year was it? Was it 98 or 90? If it was 97, no, I wasn't. I was not here. No.
I remember Jimmy.
I wish I were there.
No, it was 1995.
Oh, I definitely weren't there. Oh,
I no.
You were alive, weren't
I
you?
was. Do you remember Jimmy Glass?
I'm just going to Google Jimmy Glass.
Carlisle.
always injured.
In the night, it's like the 95th minute of the last game of the to keep Carlisle in the Football League. Keeper comes up for a corner. Jimmy Glass.
Jimmy
scored.
Glass sounds too much like someone from the Beano for me to take this story seriously.
No, honestly, it's one of the great Football League moments.
Jimmy Glass goal. Jimmy Glass is
You'll enjoy that.
phenomenal name.
You'll enjoy
If
that.
he didn't go on to install double glazing after he retired, he's absolutely
he
missing a trick.
didn't have a career in football after that.
Did he not?
I think he did retire early and go into something else.
Bless him.
Greeding.
Yeah.
Go on, Jimmy. Glass, up he comes. Wins. Ball bounce off the crossbar and it's in! And it's Glass, the goalkeeper! The most unlikely of stories. The fans invade the pitch. The game's not over. And it is now. Look at that. The glass ice on the pitch.
But that's without any context. You were that excited.
Incredible scenes. Jimmy Glass, The Great Escape is truly on. When was that? Last year?
No, many years ago.
Many years ago, that one. So
History.
Yeah, history in the making. Already been made. Amo Rao says De Gea will end up being in the top 10 all-time appearances for United by the end of the season. But I do think it's time to move on and get Costa from Porto. There you go. Interesting. Right, the game's about to kick off.
Isn't he almost the clean sheet holder? Or is he?
What are you saying?
He's almost a clean sheet holder, isn't he?
Record holder.
Yeah.
For
De Gea.
who? United?
Yeah.
Yeah. You left some crucial bits of information off.
I think that was pretty clear.
Is he almost the clean sheet holder?
He's almost the clean sheet holder.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I think that's contextually absolutely fine.
You think you gave us enough to work with there?
Absolutely.
Okay.
The two people you were speaking to were both confused. And we are shocked.
That's you. That's you. That's on you. That.
That is on us, yeah. That's a good point. I think Ronaldo is almost boot holder as well, if you look at the stat.
Right, that's a bit much.
Okay,
isn't
sorry,
it?
my bad. Come on, Martinez. Find a pass. Fred and Casemiro. I like the idea of that.
Put Fred in my scorers. Forgot he was there.
Did you? Portuguese speaking.
Yeah.
That helps.
Anthony's already done 2 ball rolls.
That's great. I love Anthony.
I want to count how many he does.
Scored in every Premier League game, hasn't he?
He has, yeah.
You know, he's actually had a really good start.
Fred hits one from 25 yards.
corner.
And gets a corner,
The
which
corner.
is comfortably the best we could have hoped from that
Absolutely.
scenario.
Hey, Fred comes up with bangers sometimes. It's like 1 every 10, 15 games or so, but when he scores very good
When he
goals.
scores, he scores.
That's generous.
Yeah.
50 is the latter, in it.
Yeah.
And then maybe add 5 more games onto it.
Let's have a look at his goal scoring stats. He's got 6 goals in 111 Premier League games.
I'll tell you what, that is efficiency.
Out the ones that weren't bangers, I think it's actually
Have a go then.
roughly 1 in 50. Rashford. Oh, good save.
It's a cracking effort, that.
Yeah.
It is.
It's good seeing him on form, innit?
Yeah. I love Rashford.
I think keeper made it. Camera
Most goalkeepers
camera
would
like.
have saved that, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
You saw it coming the whole way. Yeah, I'd have saved that. Probably not.
I don't know if I would, you know.
You tall?
Oh,
Who's that?
corners again. Bruno is surprisingly terrible at corners, isn't he?
Yeah, he's not that good. Oh, great turn from Dallo.
Good feet.
I think that was out, wasn't it? Yeah, goal kick.
Do you know what I really like about Ten Hag style? How involved the full-backs are. They're almost playing like centre mids. So at times it's so refreshing to see because it's an extra outlet in midfield. It's almost like everyone's got 3 options at a time to pass to as a minimum.
Doesn't it feel
I
like
love
for the
seeing
first
it.
time? I mean, even since Fergie, because Fergie did his own thing almost, didn't he? It feels like United are at least trying to play what is the most modern and effective way of playing. For so long,
Yeah.
we were like a style or 2 behind, trying to catch up. Whereas now, this is very similar to how Pep plays and how like Bayern Munich have been playing for the last sort of 5 or 10 years. Like it's nice to actually be playing a good modern system in it.
Because it's almost like we're keeping up with the times, as daft as that sounds. Like you said, we always seem to be like 1 or 2 styles behind. And we can actually see a difference in the early stages of Ten Hag's career in terms of how we're playing football.
Yeah.
Like just what I mentioned before, the fullbacks being so involved, almost like central midfielders at times. Yeah. Seeing how we're pressing teams and the 1-2 touch passing, how involved the keeper is. We never saw De Gea have the ball this much in 5-6 years. But he's doing wonders with him on the ball at least.
Yeah.
Too bad I only have 1 season for it, to be fair. But
he's trying stuff as well. Like he's made a few. I thought he made mistakes against Brentford. Probably made mistakes in the derby. But Pep's made mistakes in big games. Like he's trying stuff and he's always trying to improve. You know, it's not just a case of this is my team. And you know, I've always felt with Mourinho and Solskjaer, I knew what I was watching and I wasn't excited about it.
Yeah. No, it's nice. It is definitely much more exciting, isn't it? Malacia coming back in.
He's lost a bit of form last year, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He had a quick start.
Just like some of his obvious weaknesses, for whatever reason, weren't being exploited in those first few games. And then the last couple of games, he's looked a bit... Because like technically he's not that good, is he?
I don't think he likes being under pressure.
22.
The pressure, I think his reaction time almost goes down by half a second if he's getting pressed, and he gets confused as to what to do, whether to release the ball.
It's a great pass, that.
He's still a young fullback, isn't he?
Oh, absolutely. He's got so much to bleed and learn yet.
I feel like he's come in and he's had the positive impact of he's probably put pressure on Shaw, who I think ultimately will get his place back.
Yeah.
And be part of
if he...
I think I might be wrong on that.
I think he probably will. I think he's looked all right in the last couple of games. He looked half decent.
That's what happens though. He plays well in a couple of games and his form goes off for 2 or 3 games again, and then he gets dropped, and then the same thing happens every time. You think, he might give Luke Shaw a chance here.
It's hard though, isn't it?
He just goes every time.
I feel bad for Luke Shaw, but also
I don't.
Getting a bit sick of it now.
Yeah.
I just want someone that can be good for 50 games in a row, not
But who
10.
has been the team goes through so many changes every couple of seasons. Like,
yeah, you just feel like all the other players in the team that are good players that seem to be like Rashford. Obviously had a terrible year last year, but before that we'd seen him have 3 and 4 sort of consecutively improving seasons, except the one that he had his injuries in, but he's still got loads of goals. Whereas Luke Shaw, it's like up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down all the time, no matter who's managing. Even within managers, like he was decent under Solskjaer at the start, brilliant, and then completely awful the season after.
what about playing on the left side of a defence with Maguire with De Gea as your goalkeeper? Is it?
I don't think that helps. I don't think that helped any of those three, if you know what I mean. I think Shaw made Maguire look worse. I think De Gea made Maguire look worse. I think Maguire made De Gea look worse. They're all like making each other look worse. I think if you put, Martinez and Shaw next to De Gea, that makes De Gea look better. I think you could switch any of those pieces out and make the rest of them look better. But yeah, they all just absolutely dragged each other down last season, didn't they?
Yeah, it was
Maguire and Shaw especially. They were both just lost on that left-hand side.
Yeah, and I genuinely cannot see Maguire getting a spot back into the team.
No.
I really can't. Even with his injury now, if he was fit, I think he'd have still played Victor Lindelof and Martins. I really do, yeah I do. I don't think Ten Hag fancies him at all. I really don't. The one problem I have, really, is we're never really going to seem to have a consistent back four. Not with what looks like Luke Shaw's form dipping in and out consistently as it does. Malacia looking like he's having something similar happen to him. The only consistent one is Diogo Dalot, I think, in terms of fitness to start with, and this season only his performances, because Varane's always injured.
Well, Martinez
maybe. I think in the early stages, yes, we've seen him perform quite well. With Maguire, he was lost. He was pants again, but with Varane, he's better. He's that to do literally with Varane's experience as opposed to Harry Maguire's or communication, because they're talking in Spanish together. There's so many questions with it, but I just don't think we're going to have a consistent back four. I don't.
Maybe not this season, but I'm not anticipating bad signings with him. I feel like he'll identify the areas, and if Shaw ultimately is not the way he wants to go, he will sign someone, or Malacia will, be trusted to take that position going forward and hopefully improve. If Varane can't stay fit, he's going to go and buy someone. Yeah. You're not going to see Maguire come in and all of a sudden be the man. I just don't think it's going to happen.
I think we'll sell him. I think we'll sell him in the summer. In the summer, I do. I think we could probably see him go back to Leicester.
I think
if they stay up.
Even if Malacia doesn't turn out to be the sort of doesn't turn out to be like the first choice left back going forward, we had to buy a left back anyway, because we knew Tellez wasn't good enough. So why keep him at the club when there's people who want him? Therefore, we only had Luke Shaw left. So we needed to buy someone in, what was it, 14 million euros?
12
million euros.
12 million quid,
it was a cheap signing that shouldn't necessarily be expected to play week in, week out in his first season.
I think he's good though. I think he's been solid. He's really athletic, which is useful.
Won the ball back high up there. That's a booking. Should be off the ball. That's got to be a booking there. Bruno got pulled over.
He's played advantage and he's shot an S, so he'll probably forget about it.
Yeah. Good pressing here from United.
Just keeping him in there, just a simple mistake. Like, why has he touched it? Why has he took it on a turn there?
In the middle of the pitch. I don't think he gave it. Number 8 there.
The shot wasn't on right. He's never going to do it.
He's always going to shoot though, isn't he? He's always going to shoot though, every time. Do you reckon he'll get 800? I don't think he will.
What?
They probably will.
Club goals.
Go to America or something. Or
back to Sporting.
Could do.
Yeah.
I was having this debate at work the other day. Did he go back to Sporting? Go to the MLS? Oh, bloody hell, Martinez, what are you doing there?
Oh, no.
He's won it back. Well,
good recovery, but still.
60
pissing around at the back there.
That's my bet almost lost already. Put 50 quid on that. The odds were
astounding.
I'll be set for life if this comes in.
You need a goal.
I need a goal desperately. We're meant to be averaging, 10 a minute? And it's been 10 minutes and there hasn't been one yet. Fucking hell, I am screaming.
It's that first one that's always the trick.
That's the thing. Once the cork pops, then the goals will continue to flow.
It's a great ball.
So far unprecedented rate. Rashford, great.
Oh, what a sit down.
Oh, that'd have been nice, wouldn't it? Pop him on his bum.
That was incredibly agile, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think his drop in form was so kind of drawn out over 18 months, 2 years. I think people genuinely, a lot of people outside of United have forgotten that he's a player, forgotten any good that he did at any point.
Yeah, he's an excellent player.
When he's on form, he's fantastic. When he's on form, he's fantastic because he could ghost, he could ghost games and he'll still be involved twice with 2 goals or something.
Oh, phenomenal!
One of you, just someone getting a toe on it there.
Cross from Bruno Fernandes there, but no one there at the back post to tap it in.
Gamble? Why are they not gambling? Throw your body at it. See it again here. What a ball that is! Look at that.
Casemiro.
Casemiro slides in, he scores.
Look at that, through the line. Unlucky.
Good idea, though. 2 corners and two well-executed attempts, anyway. We've got to beat these, haven't we?
And do you know what? In the last couple of years, in this game, nothing would have happened yet.
No.
And nothing has happened yet.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Come on, Dallo.
Oh, it's a foul.
There's some intent, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like, it's nice.
That's got to be a booking, that. I mean, not that I want Dallo to get booked, but he's given the ball away, he's knocked it, and then he's just a blatant, obvious trip.
I don't think he was...
It'll be his next one.
Free of anyone.
It'll be his next one, won't it?
Get away with that one.
Whatever he does on the next foul, he'll get booked. It could be the most minuscule thing ever. Could be a shoulder barge. Could be pushing the back. He'll get booked. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. Referees do that sometimes, don't they? If it's still quite early on in the game and it's on the fence whether it's a booking, I'll just go, whatever you do next is a booking. Yeah.
Free kick to Omonia. Crossed in.
Oh, Bruno.
Sliced over his own goal by Bruno. Captain.
How are you finding Bruno this season?
I think he's been alright. I don't think he's been... I mean, he's not scored loads of goals like he normally does or like he has done before. But I think he's been okay.
Does he need to be better than alright?
Probably, yeah. He could do with improving a bit.
He almost shot himself in the foot at how well he started in that 18 months because he was so involved in every goal, whether it was the assist for an assist or he was scoring or he was assisting himself. He was so involved. It's impossible to replicate that sort of output.
Everton, didn't he?
I just feel like for the player he is in this team, that needs to be his level. The way he started.
He's the 10 essentially, isn't he?
Yeah. If he isn't getting back to that, then I don't know. I do wonder sometimes.
Well done. Good pressing.
Nice. Oh, here we go.
Good idea again. Good idea again.
Good pressing there from United. They've done that 2 or 3 times already, haven't they? Won the ball back high up. Ronaldo. Always got that like semi-sarcastic, pissed-off smile on his face, hasn't he? Like,
who am I playing with here? Oh, you've been offside anyway.
Me down again, you fools.
Isn't it mad that Real made a profit on him?
Yeah. Sold him for 100 million.
Sold him for 100 million.
Was it 100?
100 million pounds. What was it for 2 years or 3 years?
For a 33-year-old.
That's disgusting.
I know. Was he 33?
Yeah, because he joined us when he was
35, 36.
36. Yeah, so he'd have had 3 years there, wouldn't he?
Fucking hell.
He won Serie A, didn't he?
Yeah, he won it the
Surely.
first year. Yeah, he did win it, but they
just the one trophy.
I don't know if.
No, I think he won. I think they won a cup as well. Yeah, but then I remember because they finished the next 2 seasons. They finished 4th back to back because he convinced De Ligt to join Juve, and De Ligt hasn't finished any closer to the top 4 than 4th in 2 years.
He's gone now, hasn't he?
Bayern,
yeah, Bayern. Yeah. He'll win flipping everything there.
Yeah. Fred.
Oh, I wouldn't play that.
No.
Just trying to force it a little bit.
Yeah, we need to try and get the ball higher up, especially Fred as well. No offence to him, but that's not a pass that he can pull off very often, is it?
Passing's not really his strong point, is it? From your £50 million central midfielder.
Yeah. Not great at passing. Not really good at shooting either.
Great energy. Great energy. Great running.
Lovely running. Not particularly sort of well disciplined and focused on his position either, is it?
Mental, considering at Shakhtar he was a free kick taker. He was basically a 10 at Shakhtar, and all of a sudden,
was he though?
He was scoring free kicks. He was pressing from a 10. Like City wanted him as well before we signed him. There was no comms then. People weren't talking.
No comms. I like that. Malassi did well there.
Just to be there, just to put himself in that position.
Go on then, Diogo.
Have you noticed every time Anthony gets the ball, his fullback's pressing so much, so quickly. He's trying not to give him any time on the ball.
Win that. Well done, Victor.
It was good, that.
Well there,
I like that.
Nice. Look at that. Gave him the old step over there, Malacia. I like Anthony. Do you like him?
To be fair,
like not
in the
convinced
first two
though.
games, I wasn't very impressed with him. I felt he was ghosting, almost lucky to get his goals. But the more I'm watching him, he is heavily involved in a lot of the good things that we do.
Yeah.
And the first United player to get three goals in the first 3 Prem games, I mean, you can't not be impressed by it.
Yeah.
You know, I actually remember seeing a clip from Joel McGrath
Did
on a
Lukaku not
podcast.
do that? I guess not.
Yeah.
I thought he scored on his
can't
first
remember.
3 games. Anyway, obviously.
It might have been in all comps,
In a
maybe.
row. Yeah.
It might have been in all comps. But I remember seeing a clip from Joel McGrath talking about this, and he's not impressed with him at all. He just doesn't look like he's affecting the game. He wants him to affect the game more, considering the price tag that United paid for him. But
That was against City, I think.
It's so early though, and there's players that we're still pretty convinced are going to be good players playing for other teams.
Yeah.
That have been here a year and a half. Like he's been here. It's been such a short amount of time.
Yeah,
3
2
Premier
months.
League games, 3 goals,
Yeah.
a new league. Like I'm
I
not
think
too
he's
fussed
been
so
really
far. I think it's too early to judge.
Yeah. I thought it looked good against Everton. I thought it looked really good against these last week. Obviously, I know the standard's not particularly high, but I think he's been good. Much more sort of tricky and nimble than our other wingers. And faster as well. Like he's got
Fast,
some of the
easy.
skill of
Yeah.
Sancho,
I didn't
but
think he was
can actually
as
go
quick.
past people. Yeah.
he's the quickest player in the team, isn't he? By
Don't know. I think Rashford over 100 metres. Rashford would
Do you
probably
know
do
what? I think I disagree.
Really?
Yeah.
Over a longer distance.
Look at
Maybe over 10
What about
yards.
I've not over a
Look at
longer
the-
distance? No.
no. I think Anthony. Look at the run that he did against Everton for the goal. He was so far out, and it was so intelligent as well.
Yeah.
The fact that he pulled the fullback out so wide that he had to go with him automatically created that space between the left back and the centre half, that massive hole. And then as soon as Casemiro won the ball, his reaction was so quick, and I think he was something like 4 yards past Mykolenko before they'd even got the red up, and his pace was absolutely frightening. And that run for me, it was only I think it was just short of half of the pitch. That's enough for me.
Maybe it's the fact that I've not seen him really open up and run with the ball.
Same. Or knock it past
with
someone
the
and really
ball,
go
yeah.
like we've seen Rashford do.
He had that nice kind of run. Was it against these?
Yeah.
Just
Skillful run.
Yeah, where he kept stopping it and then going again down the line. But
Here he is now.
It's good one-touch football here.
Cut back inside. He's got a touch of the Ian Robbins to him, hasn't he, with that cut back inside on his left foot. There's Fred's trademark. Sprint up to the player and be running so fast he can't stop before the player simply dribbles around him. Hold on. Go on then.
Release it.
Hang on.
let's have a chance.
Good lad.
Nice.
Oh,
the
lovely.
right
Love
turn.
that. Keep the ball now. He's done really well there, Bruno.
Go on then. Go Tyrell. Go on.
Awful.
Bloody hell. He looked like he didn't want to make that run.
It's weird
then.
though, because Ronaldo's playing the ball down the line. Who's he got it to cross it to then? It's weird to...
Anthony was in there, wasn't he?
Yeah. He's not much of a target though, is he?
Not present, is he?
I feel like Malacia didn't really want to cross
He
that
didn't-
there.
he didn't- he didn't want to make the overlapping run.
He
He didn't want to make the run.
in the box.
He didn't want to make the run then. It's body language. Oh, that's ridiculous.
It's a good
Bloody
throw.
throw in.
Hold on. Recovered well, Martinez.
The hay
He
is
just got
fuming
caught on the
there.
old
Just
you can't be
fuming.
offside from a throw-in rule, didn't he?
Sunday League all the time, man. All the time.
That's just a good run, actually. It's just a good little...
It's a good throw.
Yeah, it's a beautiful throw. I feel as though throw-ins aren't as utilised as much as they should be. When you consider that how much of a cheat it is deemed to be to handle the ball, how much of a benefit, an unfair advantage handling the ball is deemed.
What are you suggesting?
What I'm suggesting is that I think we are massively underutilising the throw-in. I think that if it's so good to handball to touch the ball with your hands that it's
In
so
the box, for example.
so permanently not permanent but so sort of swiftly punished.
Yeah.
Throw-ins don't even seem like much of an advantage at all. They're a bit shit, and yet surely there's something we can be doing better there. Maybe putting more spin on it. Maybe like a little like a cricketer, like a sort of Shane Warne type player.
well done, Anthony.
a Murray Lutheran of a player. I don't know.
One more.
I
mean, well, obviously you've got the long throw, haven't you?
Yeah. That was used pretty well by Roy Dillak, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think every team
It's
should
used
have a
more in a
dedicated
football
long
league.
thrower.
Like, I think for the better teams, they want to get the ball on the floor quicker. They
Yeah,
don't,
the shit houses
they
go,
don't load.
just box it.
Yeah.
So
But they don't load the box as much when they've got a chance to cross it. They won't do it because the kind of cross they're looking for
true.
is they're looking for the assist.
Putting the spin on it.
With a throw in, it's very hard to get that.
All right, then. Here's one. Changing the trajectory. None of this, I know you have to have 2 feet on the ground. The ball have to come over your head. But can you be sat down when you take the throw in? So you can pop it in low style.
Right.
Can you be laid down? Can you be laid on your side, but with your 2 feet touching the floor like that?
Just kind of like
Just sort of
quick
like that.
little. Well, so you're looking for a change in the rules.
I'm looking not for changing the rules, but let's push the rules to their maximum potential here.
remember seeing
Every
that
throw
It's
is
against
the
the
same,
rules.
boring.
Do you remember
Short
seeing that guy
throwing.
doing the forward roll?
Forward roll throwing.
It were
Tranmere.
ruled out. It were ruled out.
That's because they knew it was
He
too
could
powerful.
clear the whole pitch.
That's what I'm
sideways.
saying. Yeah, the width. Swimming width, this guy. I want someone who can swim length. I want someone who can throw a football half a mile.
Right.
That's what I want. I don't know what I want. I want basically a human trebuchet with a kit on. Right, here we go. Ronaldo.
One more.
Bruno.
Go on then.
Rashford's in. And he's hit the goalkeeper.
Anywhere but
See, that's-
straight at him.
Oh,
Anywhere
maybe
but straight at him.
Take a touch.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I went too far with the throwing stuff. Sorry, everyone.
It's fine.
Well recovered.
Or like bowls, yeah. Roll the ball. No, too much. Right. Fred.
Have a go.
Bruno. Clips.
Just not on.
Just doing something for
Don't-
the sake of it there,
I
wasn't
don't like just. They've got everyone back in the box. What is that pass going to achieve?
You had two massive centre halves on him.
Yeah,
Literally
just-
touched
it?
tight.
It was the pass of a player whose manager said, go out there and enjoy yourself. And I don't think that's what Ten Hag said. He went, go out there and do exactly as I say. Go on, Matthews.
That's my issue at times with Bruno. It is just they're giving the ball away too much,
Yeah.
and I feel
The thing
like
is, he'll hit
play another
he'll hit
pass.
one pass and it'll be unreal. It'll be like the outside the foot he loves to do, or it'll be a 60-yard pass.
Sorry, Philip Glover's come to the party with something that might have changed the future of professional football. Make a throw-ins like a line out in rugby. Let's get someone who's 15 feet in the air to fucking head this throw into the back of the net. Thoughts?
So like kind of building a human tower. So like you'd propel
Pick 'em
someone-
up.
right?
So
Get out of there.
are the people
dangerous.
picking him up? Are they going to be the subs?
No, they're
or are they going to be the
other
players?
players on the pitch.
But then that means you've got barely any.
Yeah, but you win every throw-in, so you don't need as many players defending.
No, but you haven't got an
Yeah.
outlet then. If you've
It's
got
high risk, isn't it? Because if it doesn't work and you lose the
do you know
ball,
what I mean? You've got 5 players
half
on
of
the,
your
edge, on the edge of
defenders
the box.
are on
there.
top of each other.
Oh, sold him.
Rashford's done really well there. Cut back.
Play the ball.
Hits it.
Pass the ball, man.
Yeah, it's got to pass.
But still, you'd have
It'd be a
5
great
heads
one
on the
to
side.
analyse on the big
it'd be
screen,
great,
wouldn't it?
wouldn't
When they've lost the ball from the line out.
Line out.
8 of them on top of each other, while the other team
Like
takes
a-
the ball and
yeah.
up the other end of the pitch.
Like they're doing pyramids on a motorcycle. There's a pyramid of footballers all driving around on the pitch.
Challenge.
I think
Well
that's like
done,
a
Victor.
sport in Catalonia. Where
Is
it's
it?
just
Oh, yeah.
human towers and
You're fighting and that. Bruno! Oh, that was in there. Yeah, and they have to try and knock the person off the tower.
Do they?
They're
Is
stood
that-
on the top of it. Have you seen that one?
No.
There's a big pole. I'm talking 15, 20 feet tall. Atop the pole is probably the smallest man you can
Is this in
find.
Spain?
This is in Earth.
You know?
Right? I don't know where, but it's in Earth. There's a tiny man on the pole, and he's holding on for dear life. Around him are 15 to 20 of his closest pals. He stood like this. Shit in it. All of a sudden,
They're 360.
360 around him. A sort of a circular phalanx of his closest buds. Release the opposition. Then what happens is 20 opposing teammates fucking get him down. Get down here, you little shit. And they're trying to get him down no matter what.
These are not close friends.
These are not close friends.
Enemies,
This
you
is
know.
a ragtag group of mercenaries that has come to try and knock the tiny man off the top of the pole. I can't remember what the sport's called, but it looks fucking brilliant. Is that what you're talking about?
It could. I mean, I seem to remember there was a pole or some sort of structure. Yeah, like it was in like a town square.
Yeah.
Is this? Yeah.
I think it's the very same sport.
Yeah.
Someone in the comments must know.
Interesting, that square. It's called Orwell Square, George Orwell Square.
Yeah.
And it was installed there. Was the world's first CCTV camera
Where was this?
in Barcelona.
The first CCTV camera?
In
Was in
George Orwell
Barcelona?
Square.
How very
How
ironic.
very ironic.
Right, so
Go on.
this pole,
Yeah.
has he got a mount on top of it?
I think
Like a
he's got-
circular mount that he can
No,
stand on?
I think he's got a
'Cause how's
tiny-
he stood up on it then?
I think it's quite thick. It's like a sort of telephone pole. Maybe not quite that thick, but he's sort of clinging on, and they have to drag him down.
Yeah, but that's not... You'd fall off at the shake of it.
Well, yeah, but the idea is to not let him shake it.
It just sounds like a brawl.
Yeah. But if they get him down, they don't pummel him to death or anything. They just...
It's a 15-foot drop's significant, isn't it?
Yeah.
You break a bone. Yeah.
That's it.
Catalonia Human Tower Festival.
That just sounds disgusting.
It's a performance very. Oh, I might be talking about something different. This
The
sounds
one I'm
Yeah,
talking
that-
about is a Japanese sport called Bo Tao Shi.
right. Okay, yeah. This is
You-
everyone's
you're the
close
dark, weren't
friends.
you?
No, this is
So this, there you go.
Wikipedia.
There's a man with his close friends. Look at my camera, sort of surrounding him, allowing him to be the focus of the tower. There you go. Look, there he is, sat on top of his pole there, and here are sort of surrounding his close friends who are stopping the opposition from getting him off the pole. See?
That's what I'm talking
Further
about.
questions?
It's a Human Tower
At least they've
Festival.
got
that's lovely.
they've got headgear on. I like that. They take safety into consideration, don't they?
Human Tower Festival. I didn't think there was enough. To be honest, I didn't think there was enough public sort of will for a human tower to make a whole festival out of it.
Rashford. Oh,
The goalie had a bit slightly
Saw it late, I
slightly
think.
buttery fingers there.
Buttery biscuit base.
Kelly says it's Rashford versus this goalkeeper. That is basically what the game's been so far, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Rashford just hitting as many shots as he humanly can.
He's testing him though.
Little Nick, fair play, keeper. Might not have seen that.
Oh, was it deflected?
Yeah, it's okay. Deflection.
Nice.
No wonder we thought he saw it late.
Eagle eye.
Just really
Corner
wear
to
my
United.
glasses.
You're supposed to wear glasses?
Yeah. Oh,
Great.
he's no Heung-min Son, is he? Bloody hell. That volley yesterday.
So, Malacia didn't know that he was supposed to be getting that ball then, did he? And then it bounced and it just sort of
Very
switched on.
relaxed.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Almost
Relaxed
almost
to
like
the point
spa.
of comatose there. Tyrell Malacia.
And look at this now. Look at how central he's playing there. He's like a DM.
Yeah, he's coming over to the right hand side. Nice.
Look at Dallo. I love this. This is mint. This.
I
Force him.
think 5-0 needs at least one goal in this half.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about 900
maybe
nil?
a red
Reckon that's
card.
still on.
60-0's gone.
What about 900 nil?
60-0's gone. Yeah.
You get a flurry.
I can cash out for 1p on that 50 quid I put on 60-0. I'll stay with it.
Let it run. Let it
Yeah,
run.
if we get 10 before half time, there's half a chance.
There's some options on that bench, isn't there?
Throw in.
Oh yeah, we need to go before half time.
Yeah. Just for sort of pride's sake.
No, but even
really.
then, even if we don't, it's going to be.
Well,
It's going to encourage him, innit?
Though they've had nothing though.
I know, but we said this last week. He had nothing, and then he bleeding went up.
They were 1 up by now, weren't they?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
It feels like they were. That's a good pass. If not overly crisp.
It was.
He's fizzed it in.
Do you have any tattoos?
No.
Do you?
No,
Do you?
No.
just 3 titleless guys watching
Inkless
football.
personnel right here.
Got no personality apparently.
What if you don't have tattoos?
Yeah.
No, I would say the opposite. No offence.
How would I take offence to it? I haven't got any tattoos.
To people who have got tattoos.
They're not
who
here,
might be
though.
watching.
Listeners.
Ethan, have you got a
Viewers.
tattoo? He's not there, is he?
Anna, have you got a tattoo? No. Anna doesn't.
We're just a group of
I can't imagine Ethan
tattooeless
does.
people.
You are.
I can't imagine Ethan's got a
I'd be
tattoo.
stunned.
If he was, he's not here, so we can say this and then we'll get. If you had to guess what his tattoo was, let's say he's got one tattoo.
Yeah.
What do you think Ethan's tattoo would be?
Oh God.
A caramel wafer.
Some controversial symbolism.
Maybe. No, the Buddhists use it first. Like, Ethan, no, that's not. It's been taken away from that. Have you got any tattoos, Ethan? He's back.
A golden eagle.
He hasn't. Yeah, he hasn't. Okay, that's good. No tattoos for Ethan. Floppy Fish Market 69. Shouldn't have read that.
Sorry.
Says.
Sorry, that's not age appropriate.
That's fair. A lot of time for that.
It says, I've got 10 tattoos. Good.
And bags of personality.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh.
One more.
And again. No, you've got to pass that.
Oh,
to
he's
Malacia
got it.
there. Come on.
He's desperate for goals, isn't he?
I feel like we all are at well, not us, but
You are.
Too often there is an extra pass to be played.
Yeah.
And it might be all right in this game where we'll probably win it eventually, but you need to get in the habit of playing that pass.
They do. Yeah, they do.
Thing is, they've been playing really nice 1-2 touch football to get to that point, and then when they it's just not there.
I don't think that was the right option. Bags was it Malacia or was it Rash? Okay.
Maybe looked up and saw Malacia and thought, you're not going to score, even if I give you the ball.
That's
but
cracking football.
You should still, like you said, get used to doing the right thing.
Nice.
Casemiro, it's one.
Oh! Keeper saved that. I don't know.
That looked like it was going at
Looked
about
like he got a
fucking
touch.
200 miles an hour then. Did that
What
get a
an
deflection?
effort.
It like went up at the as it got near the box. Bruno, your
Bruno's
turn,
having a go.
fella.
He wants to go.
Oh, come on. At least
Stop
at the
it.
crossbar like Casemiro did.
See, it was a cracking effort. That
It
wasn't
was.
How hard is he at that?
Really hard.
No deflection, just the
The
spin
goalie
of the ball.
just dives past that. Look at that.
Did he get a touch?
Does he?
I don't know.
Some happens.
I feel like it's possible that he's got a touch.
Oh, he might have got a touch.
I think
The
he did,
camera
you
was
know.
in the way.
Yeah.
I think he did.
got a
You
little
know.
flickeroony on it.
Wow.
That is some save.
Do you own a
you put
radio,
Anthony
Jordan?
there. Sorry.
Do you own a radio?
Do I own a radio?
Yeah. Not including your car if you've got a car.
I don't own a radio. No.
Do you, Tom?
If I was
so.
going to listen to it, I'd just go on my phone.
No,
Yeah.
no. I mean, yeah, just my car.
Yeah,
Time I
okay.
listen
Or
to
a
it.
car. Yeah.
Thank you.
Do you own a radio?
No. Well, I like radio a lot, but then I think I don't own a radio.
See, I thought that was leading up to us then asking him. Well, I do.
No.
Let me tell you, this is top of the range.
No, there was no story involved. I just wondered. Go on, Anthony. I'm thinking of getting a radio.
Okay.
Like,
An
I was
old
gonna
wireless.
I was going to ask for any tips if you had one. You know,
Tips for radio.
like what to listen to, where to put it, that sort of thing. I know you don't strictly know the layout of my house.
if you want a radio, there must have been occasions where you thought, I could do with a radio.
yeah,
here."
I look at
Use it where you want.
There's an empty corner in my house. And I
Right.
think, my God, could I fill you with a radio? and I, as yet, haven't done that. God, you could be full to the brim with radio if you play your cards right.
You
I
don't
say
even
that.
mean muddy in the waters.
This
sounds like you've got it all sorted.
This sounds like a weirdly intrusive innuendo that I just don't want to expand any further.
Okay, fair enough then. Dave Lewis with the super chat says, I always assumed Sancho would bring more out of Rashford, but I think Anthony has given him that push or belief. What do you think? I don't know if they're linked, really.
No.
I think Rashford coming back with a new manager, a full pre-season, I think that's what's made Rashford be better this year. I don't think it's Sancho not doing anything that Anthony's doing. What do you think, John?
Well, Sancho's had a pre-season as well, hasn't he? And he wasn't great last year, but the majority of them weren't. Like we said pre-game, he was good in the first few games in that sort of 30-40 minute period, but he just fell off a bit now and then.
Yeah.
We've all questioned on this channel whether he fits Ten Hag's style. I still think he does, but don't forget he's only 21 as well. He's got absolutely ages to learn. I wouldn't judge him out just yet because I think I saw, was it Rio who said it? Oh, I've yet to see the Sancho with Dortmund, but
Yeah.
you're never going to see someone post those numbers unless you're a freak.
Yeah.
Like Haaland, for example, who's outscoring his Dortmund numbers.
I take the point
Obviously
then,
a
like-
very ridiculously
Also,
better team. But,
For a player like Sancho, wasn't he considered someone that could be a freak? Wasn't he meant to be someone that like could be a potential Ballon d'Or winner in the post sort of Messi Ronaldo era? When you see the numbers he was putting up at 2021, like 20 goals, 20 assists a season, wasn't that maybe what the expectation was, or at least the hope that he might be someone that...
football.
I never felt he had the pace.
Yeah.
I think maybe what whoever that was is saying is that I think people thought Sancho was going to come and play off the right.
Yeah.
And it would give you...
Oh, have you hit that over from 7 yards? Gosh.
But it would give you balance.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, how many times did we start with like Rashford on the left and then Mata on the right? And it was the only kind of outlet pace-wise we had. It was all very...
Or Dan James, who didn't quite have the quality.
Yeah. So I think they thought, OK, we've got a left and a right strong side of the attack, but it didn't quite work because it felt like Sancho needed to be operating off the left too.
Yeah. Are they looking at potential... Oh, that might be a penalty, that.
It'd be soft.
It would, but he's slid in after the ball, not got the ball and got the man. I don't think they are checking it, are they? Painful one, though. Stood on the top of his foot.
Is that one of them where he had to go off and then he needs clearance to come back on again? I just think it's absolutely stupid.
Yeah.
Who's made that rule?
That's for time wasting.
It's ridiculous, honestly. I just think it'd be so much easier, right? Time wasting would literally not be in the game if the clock paused every time the ball went out.
Because it cost us that goal in the derby, didn't it? Like, Varane having to go off for that corner. It's ridiculous to have to face the corner without... It's stupid.
Yeah.
The way that football's going, I wouldn't even be surprised if that became a rule.
What, will they stop the clock when the ball goes out?
Every time the ball goes out, they stop the clock.
Yeah.
And there's no need for added
they
time
don't
or
stop the
added
clock
minutes.
for, do they? They don't stop the clock for goal kicks or I don't think free kicks. Like refs don't pause it on their watch. They're not meant to. Certain things are considered like in-play stoppages.
Well, if you made the game if you made it half an hour halves and stopped the clock
every time,
you'd get a longer half than you would do with
as it is now. Lindelof. Some decent half chances for United, but nothing.
No.
You've tested the keeper well.
Yeah, but a lot of it's
played
been
some
sort of
good
Rashford
one-touch
from
football.
angles, hasn't it?
They just need one. They need one to open it up.
It's always our problem, though, isn't
There
it?
you
It's
go.
that finding that.
Come on,
Unlocking
Fred.
the.
Talk again. Just talk.
Fred the ball's to Anthony there, and Fred just fucking runs in his way. Excuse me. Tommy McCartney says with a super chat, not saying he's been terrible, but I'd like a bit more consistency from Bruno. As our most creative player, he doesn't get on the ball enough to assist. Do you think he's not on the ball enough?
I've just been really underwhelmed with Bruno for about a year now.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of credit in the bank because of how well he started. I get really frustrated with how much he gives the ball away.
Yeah. Oh, unlucky there.
Like his output for how much... I think he does have the ball a fair bit, but his output is just not where it needs to be. He gives it away so much.
Yeah, he does. I think he's good at stuff like that. I know it's a bit scruffy looking, but progresses the ball well.
Yeah.
It feels like he's expected to do less of the final product stuff than he normally did. Like against Everton, he won the ball back on the halfway line, gave it to Martial, and Martial got the assist for Anthony. But I think Bruno's positioning and tenacity was actually, played a big part in that goal.
I do see the
great
great
cross.
Fred. Oh, you can't score.
That's an unbelievable cross from Anthony. That's the problem with Fred, isn't it? Yeah. Is in the sort of number 10 or number 8 role. He's just as bad as I've seen a non-defender in front of goal, I think, at top flight level. He can't head the ball. He can't shoot.
He's underneath
It's
the ball.
awful.
He's having to put his head almost 3/4 of the way. For him, it's difficult because he's not a natural
Because his body
finisher.
shape is wrong. Because he doesn't know how to approach a header to score a goal.
Like Casemiro missed one, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
It can happen without.
What I found strange then
Great cross,
was that
though.
he made the sign of the cross after skying it.
What are we getting into it?
No, he headed it over and then it showed him reacting, and he did that, and then went.
Next time.
I'm thinking, I don't know.
I think God's got bigger fish to fry, to be honest.
Yeah.
Just
If you don't ask, you don't get them.
That's true, yeah. Yeah, I missed that header, but sort us out for the next one, will you, big fella? Please. Number 80. I hate that.
Ronaldinho.
Yeah. I don't like it when people have big numbers on their kits. Just a bit of a look at me thing to do, innit, for no reason.
What's your most hated number on the football pitch?
Great question, thank you. What player-wise? 200
Most hated
number
of 200, which is impossible.
No, for non-United players, people who are bothered by the 7 tend to be arseholes. They're like
who are
people who
bothered by
they
the
want to
7?
be like it's quite a show-offy number, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? And for United, I like United number 7s obviously because it's United, but everyone else I think, just play football, stop showing off.
13's
Proper
a bit crap,
old-fashioned.
isn't it? Because it's a second goalkeeper's number.
Yeah.
Never seen a
The out of
goal of play with
the out of
number
context
13.
players who should not be numbers. William Gallas, number 10. Absolute
Hate that.
farcical.
That's annoying.
Hasn't
Asamoah Gyan,
Andy Carroll
number 3.
taken number 2?
Andy Carroll at Reading, number 2. What are you doing?
Ooh.
He won the ball.
Well done, Casemiro. I like how he gets straight up there as well.
I
Good.
missed that in the box. Is there going to be a VAR check there?
It was outside the box, I
Was
think.
it?
So
Right.
even if it is,
Fair.
go on, Anthony, do your little
He's
thing.
beat this fullback every time, Anthony.
Bad choice from Ronaldo there as well to play it back into it.
Yeah.
Man United have had
Very
14
congested,
shots to
isn't it?
Ammonia's 0, by the way. If you want a little stat. Well, the thing is, he's only going to take one when he squares it. He's
Why?
squared it.
Why?
Fucking
Why
idiot.
have you not squared that?
That's really, really bad. That's a goal if he passes that across. He don't even know.
I mean,
Because Neil
I
Lennon
should
was
be
shouting
happy,
at him.
but I can't. I'm furious.
Neil Lennon was shouting at him to have passed it there, and he just went, "Fuck off! It's my moment, you dickhead! Look at this."
Oh
He squares
my-
it. It's game
oh
over.
my
I say game
God.
over. It's a goal.
Oh my gosh.
But he wasn't thinking about the squaring it, was he?
No.
He never got out of
He
his
didn't
feet
even-
to
he did-
play it with the left foot.
It almost looked like he didn't look.
No.
He was like, "I'm going to score," and just ran to a goal and fucking smashed it over the box. It would be
was-
hard
that
though, in that
was
situation.
terrible.
Yeah.
Don't know if this is what the biggest game you've ever played in. Probably.
You can hear that though.
you've
If he's
got to-
shouting, you can hear that. It's not like it's
No, I
miles
mean,
away.
I think he knew. I just think he thought, "Fuck yeah."
Yeah.
Oh,
this is
well,
for
if he
me.
has, he's a poor individual.
Because you think we're probably going to lose anyway, which they
He's not
might
a team
not.
player, is he? He's not a team player.
Does the third place team in this group go down to the Europa Conference League?
I dread to think
Sort
so.
of never-ending trickle down of failure.
Yeah, it can't be the third one, surely. Because if it's only the first ones that go up, the first ones that go to the 16, round of 16, and the second place
Second goes to the playoff.
have to do the
Yeah,
playoffs.
fourth goes out, third goes down.
But what happens to the people who lose the
Oh.
second playoff?
Well done, David.
Oh, hold on.
I think as Martin has done something.
If he has, he's getting sent off. So that's a interesting one to look at in a minute. That would be the last thing Man United need is a red card for Martinez.
Yeah. It's the last thing.
Because what
my prediction needs
centre
as
halves
well.
are on the
But,
bench?
Yeah. Varane.
And he's
bad.
just come back from injury as well.
Yeah, but if he's on the bench, he can play a half, can't he? Dallo. Go on then, lad. Skin it. Chip it.
Oh, it's a goal kick as well.
Goal kick.
Oh, no.
Let's have a look at this then.
Yeah, they're checking it.
I don't think he did a lot. It didn't look like there was enough
You're going to
contact.
throw yourself to the floor, aren't you? in
Yeah,
that
it looked to
situation?
me as though he was playing for it and nothing actually.
No,
no
no.
chance. That's
yeah,
shoulder
yeah,
to
yeah,
shoulder.
yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
Panic over.
just good defending.
Oh, just-
Kind of goes into his back a bit, but I think
on
that's
second.
No, he-
I don't think you're going to
No.
send someone off
No.
for
The
that.
only reason why it's gone down is because he's had the momentum from sprinting, that's all.
And he can see that De Gea's going to get there for him. James Burns says the 77-0 is gone with a crying face.
Hey, you've still got 45 minutes yet. 2 goals a minute.
Daniel Leeper says, please tell me exactly what has changed in this team. They look exactly the same as last year. Can't score goals, vulnerable on the break. I think the fact we've made better chances.
I'm sorry, has he not seen some of the passing that we've done? The one and
Yeah,
two
I
touch
think
passing.
you
It's just
you can
cleaner.
boil it if you want to look at it from a negative perspective. You can boil it down to we're not scoring many goals, we're still
0-0,
conceding goals,
yeah.
therefore it's the same. But it's not, is it?
No.
You know, personally, anyway, I know what you mean. I can see your point. Like conceding that sort of chance to Omonia, like we just did then, they've had the best chance of the game, which isn't good.
But look at the risks we're taking. I guess at the moment
Yeah.
that risk needs to be worth.
And look at
some
why-
goals at the other end.
Look
But-
at
Yeah,
why
it
there's
does.
less people at the back there, because we're frustrated that they've not put the chances away, so they're putting more and more heads there to try and get that first goal in. That's the only
Yeah.
reason why. Just calm down a bit.
Get a goal before half time.
It's a good cross.
Decent ball. It's a goal.
Casemiro with another header wide. It's a great cross that.
Yeah, for
Really
once, Bruno
good.
puts a good ball in. Off dead
Got
balls.
to hit the
he's
target
rubbish.
there. Between him and Fred, you can't have those two headers and not hit the target with
All our
either.
chances fall into Casemiro and Fred.
Brazilian defensive midfielders.
Maybe that little push.
It's not a terrible
It's a decent connection, and that's half time. No, not a second of stoppage time on that half.
Shocking.
Even though he had to warn the goalkeeper for wasting time. At half time, 0-0. Not what we wanted, that really, is it? I mean, I say not what we wanted. Poor, really, when you think about the result. But the performance was... It's quite similar to last week, isn't it? No, it hasn't.
It is just that... there needs to have been a goal, really, for the amount of play we've had. Where were the chances? A couple of set pieces, crosses.
Fred had a great headed chance.
Rashford testing the keeper twice.
Yeah. Ronaldo, obviously, with the
shin that went over the bar.
The bar.
It's hard getting that first goal, but you have to find a way to do it before it opens up a little bit and you find the space. But we always seem to toil far too much to get it.
I won't be surprised now if we go 1-0 down, just off the basis of them getting confidence from that counter-attack, knowing that we had very little at the back, and that he had an outlet to him on his right-hand side when he was running down the left channel.
I don't think they'll twist too early there.
I think they'll get confidence. They've not conceded yet. They know that the keeper's in good form.
Might not be the worst thing for us.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd be somewhat worried, mate.
They could have scored, couldn't they?
Absolutely.
They probably should have done.
Yeah, they probably should have done. There's a chance that I should be able to bring up here in just a second, that it looked as though, to me, I mean, actually, thinking back, I'd almost forgotten about this chance. But this is the position that Marcus Rashford found himself in. I'll just get to it in just a second. Here, if we can bring that up. Marcus Rashford was in that position at one point. I don't even really remember that.
He
looked straight, and he hit it straight at the goalkeeper. But when we say we've not had decent chances, look at that position. Look at that. That's literally as good as they've just had.
I know, but still
take a touch there.
Images can be deceptive.
It
was all happening very fast.
It was happening very fast. It's not his fault he's missed it. But I'd almost forgotten about that chance. We have had some good chances, haven't we? Like, that's not as bad as... I mean, that image there is pretty startling in terms of how much he should have scored that.
On another day, we're at least 1-0 up.
Yeah.
You take one of these chances.
Yeah, you would hope so, wouldn't you? I mean, fucking hell. Well, do you think... You're not so keen, are you? You think we've been shit?
I don't think we've been shit, because I argued the point where that fella said he don't see any difference from last year, when I think the passing's been so much crisper. We've been playing for each other more, and we've had more... How many chances have we had? What was it, 14 shots to 1?
Yeah.
They've tested him at least 5 times, 6 times shots on target.
Yeah.
And they've had a couple of wayward ones. Ronaldo hitting it over, Fred hitting it over, Casemiro hitting it wide. They've had so many chances. You just need to be clinical.
And they are sat in. I know they've had a couple of breaks, but aside from that, they're sat in, and it's a lot of
That's why they've had
bodies to break
breaks.
them down.
They're playing counter-attack, and we're not used to having this much possession on the ball. But that's how I know that there's a difference between last year, because we've had so much of the ball, and the transitions from defence to attack, the passing in midfield, the 1-2 touch, as I keep mentioning, has been so much better than what we've seen. You can tell that they're working on it. It's just, they've got to take the chances. That still just showed everything in that first half. 14 shots, if that wasn't enough.
It's the biggest job that Ten Hag's got. These are the games. Like we know, when you've seen it in the games he's had so far, where the first 2 were terrible, so he reverted to type and did what he knew this team could do, and sit in and catch you on the break and win games. But this is the game that we've struggled with for a couple of years, and this is what he'll be working on to try and make us more effective at getting that first goal.
Yeah, definitely.
In these kind of teams.
We saw Casemiro as well absolutely spank one off the bar. We can get we've got a little screenshot here of it as well. Him sort of lining the bad boy up and then smacking it off the bar. But that's, again, it's 25 yards out. Yeah. It's a decent little shot, but really, him having the ball in that position, as you can see there, is not exactly a great chance, is it? Like, it was a nice little shot though, wasn't it? Yeah,
but we've done that a lot this first half as well. They've seen Casemiro at the crossbar and go, "Oh, sack it, I'll have a go." Bruno's hit it over. Rashford's tested the keeper twice from outside the box. I keep saying it, we've had chances.
But they're, for players who can shoot, they're decent half chances. Like if you're pulling them around enough that you're rotating the ball and you're getting into little pockets 25 yards from goal where players that can shoot have got a minute to get the ball out of the feet, eventually that can often break the deadlock.
Yeah, it can. Trond, who's been a member for 22 months, thank you very much, says Fred is, compared to Eriksen, just useless, and we do need a new striker. Ronaldo will score some goals, but my God, he looks slow. He does have a sort of a sluggishness to him, doesn't he? He doesn't get involved in the game very much. He doesn't like. It almost feels like similar with De Gea. I know obviously he's been a better player than De Gea has, but when you can tell you're looking at someone that is past their best. And I think actually De Gea's been good again today. He's had a decent game, but on the whole, you're watching him going, you're just not what you were anymore, are you? I think Ronaldo just looks a bit off it, doesn't he? Do you think he's been good?
He's got himself in the positions, but you can't expect him to be on it every flipping game. I mean,
no, but you can't expect necessarily him to be on it. But you should expect Man United's number 9 to be on it most games.
I think he's been tidy with the ball. Like his one touch, his little flicks generally have gone to a player. He's playing in. He's not. It's not really been a game for Ronaldo so far. No. Where he's playing and the way the game's gone, but I don't know. It's after. You need to go 1-0 up.
Yeah, you go 1-0 and they
take the game away for you.
Yeah. And I think we saw that against Everton. We got back into the game, and he had one opportunity.
But we've had nothing like that opportunity.
That Rashford one's not far off.
No, I know, but it's you're trying to. They're sat in. You know, what was this? Yeah. It was 1-1 at the time. You wouldn't really expect Everton to be flying out of the traps at United, but just in the Premier League. You know, a team are going to back themselves to do a little bit more than Omonia tonight.
Carl Bettany says, Joe, it's lazy saying De Gea or Ronaldo. How about we create a few chances and not taking them? Rashford had the best chance by a mile. He did have the best chance by a mile. And my point with Ronaldo wasn't that he's missed chances. It's that he's doesn't seem to be getting in positions to have chances as much anymore. He seems to be a player that is out of the game too much for me. I think Rashford has been wasteful, but I'm impressed by his sort of ever presence in terms of it. Yeah, he's making a lot for himself. He's knocking the ball out from his feet, going past a man, having a shot, testing the goalkeeper, getting in good positions over and over again. You're looking at the highlights here on BT, and almost everything has got Marcus Rashford in it. None of them have got Ronaldo in them. That's my problem.
But not that he's
been wasteful, but he's not been involved.
He's in the middle. That's all he ever is.
That's what I mean.
I know he's changed. That this player he has changed over the years, but I still wonder at times, like, why aren't they kind of rotating that a little bit? Rashford will go, Ronaldo will come and pick it up and try, because we know he can strike a ball.
Yeah,
he just seems to stick in there between the posts.
I think it's tactical. Because consider this, right? They've got 3 centre halves playing. Omonia, so they're all going to be fixated on following him. You need someone on him every time. If they're all fixated on Ronaldo, it lets the wingers have more freedom and more chances in attacking areas. And it's exactly how he played when he was at Ajax, because Dusan Tadic was so involved. Anthony, when he was there, was so involved. David Neres was so involved the way he plays for Benfica now. The wingers to Ten Hag are so instrumental.
Yeah, they are.
And you can see it in this game, because Anthony's been murdering that wing back on the right-hand side. Rashford has had 3-4 chances, very good chances in this game. I think it's tactical.
Yeah.
And he knows that Ronaldo offers a tremendous aerial threat. Again, with 3 centre-halves at the back, they're all going to be fixated on trying to stop him, which then puts the wingers in 1v1 areas where they're sort of... With 3 centre-halves, you've got
the thing with that is, and there's people in the comments saying that it's, he's got men on him, which is why he's not been as involved, and all this sort of stuff. And I'm not saying he's been shit. He hasn't been shit. I just think I would like him to have been more involved. But also the problem is, and we're seeing the exact clip I'm talking about now. If you're saying, and I agree with you, Jordan, that him playing down the middle is drawing men to him, leaving space for others, then why is he not passing it to Malacia there? Malacia is in space created by Ronaldo's sort of magnet that he's on for the opposition players. Then he's having a shot instead. You think you can't have it both ways. You can't say, he's dragging men to him to create space for others, and then not passing to those players when they're in space. Either, do you know what I mean? I just feel like he's not been bad. I'm not trying to say he's been awful or I hate Ronaldo, anything like that at all. I just think I would like him to have been involved a little bit more. I would also like Anthony to have been involved a bit more, because he's been a little bit out wide, knocking it back to the fullback. Rashford's the only one that feels like he's really trying to sort of push past people and have shots. That's all. I'm not, it's not particularly anything against Ronaldo. I just don't think he's been great.
It's defenders stepping into the space, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Kind of, we've got these attackers that at times are almost... There's nowhere for them to go, and you've got Fred and Casemiro and the fullbacks stepping up. They're the ones that are getting into the space. So I don't know. I think maybe it's possibly not been the game for Ronaldo.
Maybe
so
not.
Far.
I also think it's his natural instinct, mate. his natural instinct is to shoot, and it's not to lay it off. If he's got a chance, he's going to try and shoot. Plus, he's only got 2 goals. He's only got 2 goals.
I know, but then
in all season.
Think you have to put the team ahead of your natural instinct, and if you can't,
has he ever done that?
No, he hasn't.
That's what I mean.
But that's maybe why it's starting to show over the last couple of clubs he's been at, where you think at some point it's not just you. You aren't capable of what you were when the best team in the world could have you as its focal point and let you do what you want. You're about at the level now where you have to be part of a system, otherwise you will look substandard. Yeah, and I think he would do well to adapt to, because even if he leaves United at the end of the season, which he probably will, wherever he goes to, unless he's in a lower league where he can be the main man who does it all his own way, he can still perform and be a top goal scorer. If he wants to win the big trophies, he's going to have to adapt his game and start making that pass more often than not. And instead of apologising for shooting when he shouldn't have done, he needs to, go over to his teammate and say, well done on scoring, and wasn't a great assist by me. I just think he needs to change his game a little bit if he wants to stay at the top level for another year or two. But then again, he's fucking 37, and it's been all right so far. I don't think I love Ronaldo. I just think at the moment for Man United, doesn't particularly excite me anymore.
I think it's difficult because you're watching this player that has been a phenomenon throughout his career, and it almost doesn't quite make sense that this possibly, arguably the greatest player of all time, and we watch him not even involved in games, when Rashford's getting on the ball, when Gallo's getting on the ball, and you've got Ronaldo who's still earning a shit ton playing at a club like United, and he's just kind of scanning the posts and little touch and then nothing. Yeah, it's a bit odd. It almost doesn't add up at times.
Yeah, I agree. I think Fred's had a mixed bag of a game. Looked excellent winning the ball back, coming up the pitch high, doing well. And then when he's been put the pressure on to either finish or play that decisive pass, he's been a bit Fred-ish, hasn't he?
It's Fred though, isn't it? He's never going to change. He's good at pressing. He's good at being energetic. Yeah.
I think Fred just
genuinely in shock. Yeah. How is he going to be fit at the end of the season? But like you said, it is Fred. We know what he's good at. We know what he's not good at. He's good at minimal things. Yeah. Poor at majority of things. But he's energetic and he's tenacious.
You like Fred, yeah?
Yeah, I like him.
I like him.
He's a squad player. He's a squad player. He's not a starter, he's a squad player. Yeah.
Annie Rudd says, he's not great, but you love Ronaldo. Doesn't work both ways, does it? Yes, it does, actually. There's a kebab around the corner that is awful, but I fucking love it. And something doesn't have to be great for you to love it. Yeah. Ronaldo's done enough for Manchester United for me to love him for the rest of my life. Doesn't mean I have to say he's great every single week. That's just, that's obvious. Score prediction. I want to do an updated score prediction because you were audacious before the game, as was I. I said 5-0. You said 5-0.
I was torn between 4 and 5.
Okay.
If it was 1-0, I'd still go 5. However,
I love that. It's not 1-0. Just to double check.
I still think there might be a little flurry, and we're going to score 3 or 4. I don't know. I just that first goal just needs to go in. It depends, doesn't it? It's hard to predict because we really should have scored a goal by now.
Yeah,
scored twice.
And it's almost exactly the same as the first leg or the first game against these.
I just can't legislate for this game going to 70, 80 minutes and somehow it's still 0-0.
No.
And we're happy to just win the game 1-0. It'd be bizarre, but it might happen.
What's Sociedad?
I believe they're winning. I'll just double check that. Half time and where are we?
Because they're already 3 points ahead of us, aren't they? Yeah. In the league.
I'm sure we'll win the game.
I think they were 1-0 up.
In the league, in the group. Bloody hell.
Why is this so difficult to find? Fucking hell.
We're praying, aren't we?
Yeah, I'm just on BBC's website, and it's currently 1-0 to Real Sociedad. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah. Beating Sheriff 1-0 at home.
We're going to have to beat them. We have to win.
Sheriff are down to 10 men.
Okay, well we
have to win the game
first. They're not going to win that then, are they? Daniel Leeper says, it's been okay is laughable, to be honest. They're a pub team. This isn't the second string United. Any top 4 team dick these. It's still as disjointed as ever. Your thoughts on that, Jordan?
Is he soon to quit? Is he soon to forget the disjointed team that slaps Liverpool, that slaps Arsenal? I mean, maybe they've just gone into the game wrong. I don't know, but it is a strong team. He's right, and we should be 1 or 2-0 up. It just so happens the keeper has been up to everything that we've hit him on target, and they've been wasteful. It's a mixture of both.
You've got to beat the team,
of course.
I don't know. Sometimes you have to kind of watch these games in context. It isn't the same intensity as the Premier League. It's always a little bit different in the Europa League. I can't quite get into the group stage games sometimes. But.
And also, I know it's not 0-0 is 0-0, and your point there is, it's your opinion. But we've had 80% possession, 15 shots. They've had one shot.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like we have completely dominated them. They've had one decent counter-attack all game, that's it. We've had chance after chance after, Casemiro heading over from the penalty spot, heading wide from the penalty spot. Fred heading over, unmarked header from 6 yards out. Rashford being one-on-one with the goalkeeper, hitting it straight at the goalkeeper. Casemiro hit the cross, but it's not like we've done nothing and been shit. We have dominated them. We just haven't managed to score.
Yeah. Half of them shots have been really good chances as well.
Yeah.
Really good chances, and keeper's been up to him. Or we've hit him wide. Just calm it down a bit.
We've
still got 45, and the second we get one, we'll get 3.
Yeah,
I'm adamant anyway.
I think we will as well.
There was a Cypriot team that had a bit of a run in the Champions League, wasn't there? Was it Hapoel?
Hapoel.
Yeah, Hapoel.
Yeah.
Early
start from Rashford.
Yeah, it's not
Pub
Ronaldo.
team.
One more.
And again, there you go. Anthony's on. Trademark.
Good save. Rashford.
Oh,
my Lord.
That's what I mean. You can't cut right. That is awful, right, that United haven't scored there. But you can't say that we've been disjointed and bad. The players have got to stick the ball in the back of the net there. Fucking hell.
Oh, it's a good save. But, Rashford
just
take your time. Just breathe.
You can't blame the manager or the system for that. That's just, players missing easy chances or good chances.
Do you know what? 5-0.
Sticking with it.
Sticking with it.
Yeah. He's done well, the goalie.
He's been man of the match so far.
Yeah.
That's too easy.
That's what I'm on about with Ronaldo as well there. That was good. He saw the man in space, played the ball to him. That was good from Ronaldo.
That's poured off from Rashford.
Yeah, it is.
Just put your laces through it. Just put your laces through it. Why are you trying to side foot it? Put your laces through it.
Yeah, that was good forward play from Ronaldo, that.
And there lies kind of the problem with Rashford, doesn't it? Because you can look at that and think, fair enough, it came at him quite fast. You can look at the other one and say, it came fast on his left foot. But it's 2 really good chances.
You've got to stick one in.
No goal.
Yeah. Well done, Victor. That's
definitely...
He definitely kicked the ball out of him.
It looked like Bruno.
That's terrible.
Do you reckon Neil Lennon can speak...
no.
What's the language? Cypriot or Greek?
Do they speak?
I think they speak Greek.
Greek. Do you reckon he can speak Greek with that? With that Scottish accent?
I don't know. I don't know.
I think so. It's a blue and white flag in it, so that probably gives him the leg up. Do you know what I mean? He's already halfway there. Oh, that's nice from Anthony. Go on then.
Nice. One more, Rio. One
Back
more,
to
Rio.
I don't think it was on. It's done. He's carried it. It's good. That's
Fred!
Oh,
Ronaldo.
Oh, my Lord.
This is unbelievable now. That was great play from United. That was exactly what Ten Hag wanted there. That waiting for the overlap on the left-hand side,
I think
keeping the
Ronaldo's
width.
done that really well today. Them first time.
look, that's just straight at him.
Right in the bollocks.
Straight at him
Good
again.
recovery. No, I think he got a hand to that from Ronaldo.
No, I mean...
He's Irish, by the way,
Fred's.
Neil Lennon. Obviously.
Oh, yeah, he is, isn't he?
Do you think he was...
I said he was Scottish, you know. Yeah. You get mixed up with all that time he spent at Celtic,
That's a fair point. Still bad, but better. At least he managed to Celtic for, 7 years or whatever it was.
Yeah.
What a weird time to manage a team, by the way. Just because he was their manager when Rangers weren't even in the league, wasn't he? So he's got shitloads of trophies on his CV, but no one knows if they mean anything at all.
Anything at all.
He was playing FIFA on fucking amateur or whatever it is, the lowest one.
Don't back off here. Hit him.
Is that goal you were talking about, John?
Oh, fuck off. Weirdly, they quite like making a meal of a contact, don't they? This team. That's a
yellow
card.
That's a booking yellow card. Good ref.
Hey, be cracking refs, won't we? Hey.
Apparently, the keeper is a United supporter.
3/4
You
of a
wouldn't know
man.
it tonight, would you? Yeah, that's a booking. But that's what that guy did to Bruno in the first half. Not even as bad. And he just didn't give anything for that, did he? Because Ronaldo had that shot. That was another chance. Fucking hell, we've had loads.
Yeah. Bloody hell.
We've had 19 shots in this game and 77% possession.
It's terrible, that.
But the most
Shocking.
important part, there's a big fat zero there, isn't there?
Go away.
The only thing that matters is the score.
I think that's a certain hot take. I do.
It is a hot take.
It's
that.
unpopular opinion.
Clip that up.
Fucking
Unpopular opinion. Don't hate me. Just
don't hate the play, hate the game.
score a goal.
I'd hate that phrase. Don't hate the play, hate the game. Does my head in, actually. Also, don't shoot the messenger. That's another one I hate. Shoot the messenger every time. If he's got the audacity to deliver bad
Go on
news,
then.
shoot him. He's obviously working for the enemy. If he's their messenger.
Jesus Christ.
Do you know what I mean?
No right foot.
What are you thinking?
That was awful. That was god awful.
Rashford in an unorthodox position there as well.
Look at this. Gee.
Yeah, that's bad.
No wonder he never goes on his right foot. It's like Antonio Valencia reincarnated.
Yeah.
What a player he was. Eh? One trick pony, but you could never stop him.
No.
He'd almost jog up to you,
Just an absolute tank. wasn't
flicking
he?
the ball with his right foot outside his right foot, and then just knock it and run.
He
And-
reinvented himself so well, didn't he? As a
Yeah, as a right
There's a
back.
season where he was arguably the second best right back in
He
the
was
league.
phenomenal.
Unbelievable under Jose.
Cracking player.
Yeah, he was good. He was captain, wasn't
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was also number 7 for the season. Remember that?
he? Yeah, and he gave it back because it was too much,
Too much
for him.
pressure. Yeah.
Yeah. I like that. Like handing your
I
OBE
reckon he'd
back.
be sick in this team.
Handing your knighthood back.
I reckon he'd.
Would
he'd
you
do
accept the
bits.
What for?
Oh, services.
To banter.
Just services.
Oh,
Bless him.
That's what was on there for
Yeah.
that guy. Just shooting from 45 yards out.
another
Would I
shot.
accept a knighthood? Yeah.
yeah.
Nah, it's easy to say no. Fuck it. They're never going to get one. Nah, I'd send it back, mate. And I go like, fuck off. To the man. To the system. What about you, Jordan? Would you accept a knighthood?
Not a chance. No way.
Would you?
Don't think I would now.
Really?
No. Do you know what? I definitely wouldn't.
I have.
Would you not?
No, it's not for me.
I have all but negative feelings towards the monarchy. So
I just don't feel like.
I would not personally.
Yeah, well, all right, then here's
I don't
its
think it's
scenario
a
for
good
you.
look. Someone bestowing
So
something.
Charles, he's got the sword on his shoulder, and as he raises it to put it on the second shoulder, you grab the blade, take the sword from his hand,
no.
and plunge it into his little belly.
Oh,
Oh, so you don't hate him that much then? Once you got the chance, you're literally in a room with a man and a sword.
morality.
A man you swore to
future
kill,
prospects,
and now
never
your
swore to kill
chance
him.
is here, and you bottle it. Even in a fictional world where you could
Never
lie to
swore
us,
to kill him, not once.
you swore to kill
No,
that man.
just making it up.
You said
You
Charles.
said compulsive liar before the game. Again, that's
I
3
don't know.
now. That's 3.
You swore to kill.
A man that
Didn't
you
happen.
swore to kill on
Fourth
your
time, didn't
on your
happen.
family's name.
Didn't happen.
All right, did
Get
you
out
not
to
say
him.
that? Oh, I'm thinking of someone else. Sorry. Oh yeah, sorry. No, no, I'm thinking of someone else. You're not called Daphne, are you?
Daphne, is it?
Daphne, is it? What do you think to the term "growing in confidence" that is always used to describe? I bet the commentators have already said that about Omonia this second half. Growing in confidence. Lovely stroked pass, that.
Well, it can't be easy to play your way into the game with 10% of the ball. So
No.
a few counter attacks that are a bit hairy
Yeah, that's...
can only be nice.
Bit hairy.
Yeah, yeah.
A couple of hairy moments.
What a ball.
Oh, yeah.
Just chest it down
I think he
there.
thought the goalie was going to be up his arse there, didn't he?
He's no Ahmad.
He's no Ahmad. Oh.
Nice. Was that AC Milan?
Clip that up.
Go on.
It
was.
was, yeah, wasn't it?
It's a
Oh,
foul.
he's gone down easy there for me.
Get
Cracking
Fred
goal,
off
that
for
one,
a lot of people wanting Fred off for Ericsson.
Yeah.
I could see it. Nicosia.
Oh, God.
Oh,
El Terrell. There you go. Turn
What
it.
recovery. Phenomenal.
What a player.
What a player.
Yeah, I could definitely see Ericsson in this game. Just to break
Wouldn't be
the
outrageous,
lines
would it?
more. If we do it more, we'll score. Absolutely. Oh. Malacia?
Go on, Malacia. That's a Rashford.
Why would you shoot from there? I'm sorry. Why
Go on,
would you
Wall.
shoot from there? There's about 8 bodies in him.
He might have just been trying to
Back post it.
just hit it hard into an area.
You see it here?
I think he's just trying to whiz.
Could be.
I think he's
Difficult
shooting.
to say, isn't it? Is that a...
Oh, as well there. The goalie flaps here, doesn't he?
He's not even,
Punches
he's
Ronaldo
not
in
even
the
looking
face.
at the ball.
Who, Ronaldo?
Yeah.
Pretty sure that came off Ronaldo.
I always think it's a foul that when players go up for the ball and they're not looking for it. So I wouldn't have been surprised if he blew up then. But yeah, just
Makes a mockery of
he
the
was
rules,
kicked,
doesn't
he
it?
was punched in the face.
If he comes on to get treatment now, they're not going to make him go off, are they?
They should, though.
I mean, it's just devalues.
I won't mind. He's been excellent, the keeper.
Look at this highlight reel.
Casemiro. It's a good save,
They're saying he's got a touch.
Have you tried that new pepperoni pizza flavoured Doritos? Have you seen them?
Have they got him?
Saw them today in the shop. I should have bought them, shouldn't I? Should have
Big
brought them
packets,
here.
yeah.
Oh, big packets, all right. Yeah, 12-inch.
Right.
Stunning.
Yeah.
Do you like pepperoni?
Doritos.
Doritos, you say? I don't know why I said it like you brought that to the conversation. I've turned the conversation on its head there. Doritos, you say? What flavour again?
What, me?
I just
Just
bring it to the table and then pretend someone else did. Doritos. Yeah, it's called pepperoni flavour.
I have to check the
Pepperoni
ingredients.
passion or something.
The chili heat wave are the only vegan ones.
Are they?
Well,
Are the
we're
original
talking
ones
milk
the
powder.
big 3.
Are the original ones not
They've got
vegan?
milk in it. It's ranch flavour, isn't it?
I love
Oh,
they're
of
my favourite
course.
ones. as well,
The blue ones are amazing. Yeah, so good.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Although I did used to like chili heat wave with the sour cream dip.
Oh, anything with sour cream is beautiful.
Just, you know,
beautiful.
The spice and the cool. But
The Spice and the Cool, wasn't that your your radio show?
I don't like to talk.
They did on early morning American radio. You're listening to The Spice and the Cool. Motorbike revving.
I wish.
Whatever happened to the Cool? No offence. You were the Spice. Obviously. That goes without saying.
They don't talk about the cool, do they?
But no, the cool word turned out to be very not cool when it came to how he treated
Bit of a
people,
nerd,
the people nearest to him.
Metals and noble gases.
Yeah.
Cracking ball.
Was actually go on, clip it. That's a good clip, that.
Good, but is it? Oh, I thought it was going in. Own goal.
I'd hate it to be an own goal.
I know.
Well done.
We're looking.
Is that why you wanted the radio?
What? To listen
Try and attempt to find
it
this
contains
secret
milk
show.
and buttermilk.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So yeah, you can't be having the loaded
Well, good luck to
pepperoni
you.
pizza flavour.
I love how you check that, just in case. Oh, Fred, man, come on.
But in a way, don't we all contain milk? I think. I don't know.
I had to go to
Rashford. Corner to Man United.
That was god off.
We do though, don't we?
Do we?
If you've had a glass of milk, probably. You drink milk, don't you?
On occasion.
I drink plant milk. I drink goth milk.
What's your favourite plant milk?
Generally oat.
Yeah. What, you just drink out?
Well, I mean, I'll have oat in my coffee, but sometimes it can be a bit sweet. So I will have. I do use almond, no sugars in my cereal, in my porridge.
Oh, nice. I find sometimes if you have oat milk with porridge, it's so oaty.
It's too oaty,
It's
isn't it?
so oaty. It is like...
Oat on oat, innit?
Even with
Oat on,
porridge,
oat on,
you can
oat.
have too much oatiness.
Yeah, because you think porridge is oaty. Imagine covering it in liquid oats. I mean, it's genuinely
Double oats.
undoable, that.
What a ball. Oh my gosh, what a
That's on
ball.
ball, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I had porridge without milk once and it fucking blew me away. You realise how much milk is like, it's helping you dilute the oaty flavour.
It dulls it, doesn't it?
Yeah. Wow, it can go off the chain with that. Oh. Rashford's through on goal.
Oh
He's
my
put it
lord.
wide.
I've said that about 4 times. Why?
Is he at the goalie again there?
Is that a save? It better be a save.
This looks like it might be an unbelievable pass from Casemiro.
He's on as well.
Phenomenal ball,
What's
that.
the-
Great
What's
touch from Rashford.
Fell.
Fucking hell.
Good.
He just put it wide,
Put
didn't
it
he?
wide, didn't he?
I don't know, he ran to it like he was getting it for a corner.
No,
that's
just
terrible.
come off the wrong part of his foot. What a pass from Casemiro, by the way.
I can't legislate for all these chances.
No.
It's not a bad performance when you look at the chances.
21 shots.
Is that his last?
Luke Shaw
He took
and
Anthony off.
Sancho coming on for...
No, I think that's... What's he done to stay on?
I think at least Rashford's getting in those positions.
Oh,
I'd have kept him
don't
on
moan.
me.
It's an hour. It's an hour in the Europa League. It's
Yeah.
fine. I imagine he's going to play Sunday.
I think so. I can't believe we're not winning this game.
Malacia
Genuinely stunning. Malacia and Anthony off for Shaw and Sancho.
That was a corner, was it?
What? Interesting. He gave a corner.
I think that's what they're saying. He got the
Oh, yeah, he
decision.
gave a corner,
He got the
didn't he?
decision so badly wrong. He was looking for any reason to just blow up.
That's
'Cause he must have got it in the air.
That's
no
terrible,
one knew
that,
a
innit?
corner.
That's the immediate referee cop out, that, innit?
Yeah. But it's
They never
embarrassing,
blow
though.
for pushing and shoving in the
Someone's
box.
saying to you, there's no way that's a corner.
Well, they shouldn't be saying that
just
to him.
change it. Well, if the linesman, I don't know. Just
Yeah.
pretend it was your linesman. That's fine, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Go on, man. Go on. Sure. Malacia getting subbed a lot at the moment, isn't he? Almost
Yeah.
every time he's playing, he's getting subbed off.
I think Rashford's playing as a 10 here. Bruno's wide right.
Yeah.
Shaw's probably
Switch it
more
over a
to
bit,
create
won't they?
something, isn't he?
I'm surprised that's even reached him.
Touch from down over there. Oh, he's played it in there. That's a great touch. Unlucky.
Oh, he's offside.
Offside.
Ah, bloody hell.
Someone said, has anyone tried potato milk?
He's not just
No.
Potato.
I've had some out there milks. I've had tiger nut milk.
Tiger nut milk. I was going to bring that to you.
Yeah.
Did you have to
Tiger nut milk, you say?
tiger nut milk? Did you have to?
Is it?
You know.
I had it in a coffee shop in Valencia.
Wow.
I don't know what it is. I mean,
Well
it's-
travelled.
I didn't know tiger was a nut.
I didn't know tiger was a nut. Did you?
Tiger nut milk just sounded a bit sus to me for that. for a
Rice
second.
milk, not so
I've heard
keen.
about that. Rice
Yeah.
milk.
Hemp milk.
Yeah, I've heard of
What
hemp.
the hell is hemp?
It's part of the cannabis family, isn't it?
And you can get milk out of it.
Yeah. It's not a traditional milk. It's more of a sort of
Go on then.
a pulverized juice.
Yeah, you can get milk out
So
of
it's not
anything.
milk, is it?
It's more of a smoothie than a milk.
Have a
If
go
we're
on it.
honest.
Oh, what a ball!
But we're obsessed with
I
milk.
thought it was there. I thought it was a bit more.
Anyway, Bruno, United just crossing over and over and over at the moment.
That's not a foul.
No. Cannot believe we're not winning this game. One of
We
the
don't
most
win, it's a
one-sided
joke,
games I've ever
innit?
seen.
It's a
It
joke.
reminds me of the Middlesbrough game in the was it FA
Oh,
Cup?
that game
Or League Cup.
was awful.
I tell you what, though,
Fucking hell.
for what wouldn't you know, Thursday night playing a team like this, it's
Yeah.
going to be a well-received goal if it goes in.
It will. It will actually.
It's going to be nice.
Yeah. The Mandalorian says. And
The Mandalorian.
And I hope,
that's a cracking
and I
name.
hope that he's not being silly here. You'll have to decide.
Yeah.
Why?
I just hope he's telling the truth.
Okay, go on.
He says. I just hope it's like not a wind up. Obviously, you'll let me know. He says, I have a milk factory. I have a milk factory between my legs. Do you think he's being serious? Or probably he's messing about, isn't he? Do you think he's on the wind up?
No, I just want to question you. I want to question why I'm the deciding character.
No, what do you think? Do you think he's being serious though? Do you think he's actually sort of?
You think he might be?
I
What,
think-
what are you picturing? When
I'm
you think
imagining some sort of
You're picturing his
something,
milk
prepared to
factory.
trust this
something
man?
that looks a bit like a generator. Do you know that you
Right.
pour petrol in and
Yeah.
put it behind a kid's bouncy castle?
He just happens to have it in his
one
lap right
one
now
of
as he's watching
them
us.
that you pour nut in at the start and at the bottom comes out milk. And I think he's got a little saddle on it, and I think he's sitting sort of straddling it like that. And I think that is the only way otherwise he's talking about his bollocks, isn't he? If not, bollocks and cock. Your thoughts, Jordan? Yeah, I think he was messing about. Mancalorian says bang on, Joe. So he's trying
About
to
what?
Bang on,
That's not clear. That's not clear. Okay.
Oh, wow.
This man's talking in riddles.
This man is.
I don't know how to take it.
There is a third option that James Blonde has brought to the table.
I can't
There's a chance that the
take any more.
Mancalorian is bovine in nature. Maybe we're talking to a cow directly on the YouTube chat. If we're talking to a heifer, which we could be.
A thick
I
cut of
guess
meat.
it could be between its legs if it's kind of hanging.
Yeah, exactly.
Chip over him.
His udders.
Get rid.
Yeah, go on.
Well done, actually.
Option 2, I think.
Thursday night, say. Well done.
Wow.
Yes, David! That's my fucking ball-playing goalkeeper right there. De Gea's look really good. This is it. Go on, Bruno. Pulls it back to the edge of the box. Rashford. Oh no, Sancho. Takes a slightly unnecessary touch there. Rashford! Oh, again! This is becoming farcical, this, isn't it?
It's good, though. I think it's taken it already.
Corner.
Okay, then.
Handball.
No, he's give a corner, but he's...
We didn't see that, did we?
We didn't. Does it have to be a penalty?
Yes.
Look, he's held.
That's
not
handball.
a chance.
What?
It's a pen.
You don't think that is? Hits his arm.
I think it's a penalty. Yeah, it's a penalty.
I don't think
Has
that's
to
a
be.
pen. I think that's too high.
He's gone to chest it. He's misjudged it, and
It's
he's
his
caught
arm.
I'd be
Surely.
surprised if that's a
He's
pen.
used the arm.
I'd be surprised.
I mean, when you've seen the one that was given, oh wow,
It's not a pen.
Corner.
I think that's
It's not a pen, that at all. Sorry,
Something.
boys. Not a pen.
Why not?
See ya.
That's his arm.
That's not enough for a pen.
What,
Not
your
a
arm?
chance. You just point. Like,
I thought
if
it-
it's there, like, and that's your arm. It's not given. If it's there, it's not. It's
Was
not
it not
given.
just
If it's
right
there, it's
here?
not
Was it
It
given.
looked like it was his
there?
bicep to me.
I thought it was just there.
Not a pen.
Fucking hell.
I mean, it's what VAR's there for, isn't it? I'd have to see it again.
No, but the thing is, all right. You say it's VAR there. It's just another referee with an opinion.
No, what
in
I'm
it,
saying
like.
is I'd like to see it again because it looked like he went to chest it.
Like he got it wrong.
Misjudged it. He got it
he
wrong.
went
and then-
down and he got it wrong. But I still don't think it was enough
No,
to
maybe
warrant,
you're right,
warrant
maybe
a
you're right.
handball. Just my opinion. No, I don't think it was.
Ooh, he's late there. He's late there.
I think it'll be a yellow. It won't be out else. So
Billy Simo, who's
Red.
been a member for 6 months, says this game feels like playing FIFA using all silver players.
Red card. I didn't see it. It was right in the way of the camera.
oh no, I could be
jumped
wrong
in
here.
there.
That's naughty.
I think that's got to be a red card.
That's
He's
nasty.
fucking well off the ground.
Oh, that's a red. It's
fuck
a red.
that. That's got to be a
Definitely
red.
I take back what I say. It's a full-on
That's
red.
as
that.
much of a red as that
You
was. a
can't
penalty.
jump through the air like that.
That's gotta be
It's
a
not
red.
fucking
That was ridiculous.
1990.
Yellow!
This isn't even real football match, this, is
What
it?
on earth was that attempt? That attack?
What's he doing?
I don't understand.
You can't dive through the air with both feet off the floor, land on someone's fucking shin, and stay on the pitch.
He's being told to look at it, I think.
Look at his fucking head.
They're checking it.
That
It's not.
has to be a red.
He's
doesn't it?
give a yellow, and then VAR told him to look. It's
Even
a red.
you, who's an Omonia fan, would say that's a red. Well, you didn't want United to have a penalty before. He's not giving! He's not fucking giving red for that! He's lost his head!
And when you've seen that penalty against us in the last one.
What? When you saw what fucking Emerson Royale got sent off for against Arsenal,
Oh,
and then that's a yellow card.
They're not going to VAR, are they, in Europe this season?
They don't want to. This is good play, though. United are. It's astonishing that we're not winning this game. Go on. I like that we're keeping the intensity up, though. We're not,
been-
like, dropping off. We're not getting our heads
I think
down.
they're getting more frustrated. That's why the intensity's still there. Because they know they should be 2-3 up.
Yeah.
I'm stunned. I'm
I thought that was a red from the first replay.
See, my first judgment was a yellow.
Yeah.
But upon replay, my God. What's worse than red? Maroon,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah. A blue card.
Do you think that was worse than a red?
He was about 6 inches off the ground.
It was just madness, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
I'd like above a red for the ref to just blow the whistle, get a little microphone out and go, arrest him. Just fucking, not only is this a red, fucking lock him up. Arrest this man. Boys, take him away. And the 7th and 8th official come out of a little coffin on the side of the pitch.
You see death pull up.
You're nicked.
Oh, yeah.
2 coppers as the 7th and 8th officials. Take him to the cells, boys. Ericsson coming on.
For Fred.
Hey, he's put a shift.
He has put a shift in.
He's put a shift. You know what? He's good at that.
I love that.
He's loosened the jar.
Nice. He's tapped it around the edge with a spoon. He's got the tea towel on it. Now all we need is Ericsson to...
Nobody's there.
See, what I don't get about that is that... No.
Sorry.
The play just fucking slip and slide into the corner flag. Golly gosh.
Sorry, what was that? He lost his footy there.
I'm stunned.
Bloody hell.
I want to see if I'm 2-0 Sociedad.
Is it 2-0 Sociedad?
Yeah.
Bastards. If we don't win this, we're playing fucking Barcelona at the end of this group. I know it. Goal kick to Omonia. Yeah, 2-0 up Sociedad. Confirmed by Rico. Rico66. Which sounds like a Instagram name of a bloke who was born during the start of the Vietnam War. Actually,
Described as a truly horrible challenge on BBC.
was it
As on that.
Yeah.
a truly horrible challenge?
It was horrible.
It could have done some serious damage. That
Absolutely. Proper contact.
Cluj.
About that.
That's a club in the Champions League, isn't it?
Yes, I think so. Cluj. I can't believe he's not given a red card for that.
I won't be surprised we see this keeper in the Premier now.
Oh, he's
Maybe
done.
we'll sign him.
Unlucky. Maybe. It looks like he's
Big red.
he looks like he's a bad goalie having a good game to me, because some of his his body positioning and his decision making look unorthodox. So maybe he's just an unorthodox keeper who's really good, but he looks a bit.
How old is this fella coming on?
Can't even, have you seen who's coming on? I'm pretty sure that's Les Battersby from Coronation Street. The man's 58. He had a hard life.
Les Battersby went through the motions, did he? Bless him.
I need to see this guy who's about to come on for them. I think he might be the oldest footballer
Looks like a
of all
prison
time.
guard.
He looks like he works at a go-kart track. But he owns the go-kart track as well. But he still works there because he's got a love for motorsport. The smell of grease on his fingers. Bruno into... Dallo, back to Ericsson. Go on, Chris! The goal is... God.
Who's that?
Chris.
Oh.
Actually, we've got 2 Chris's on the pitch. Chris Eric. Substitution. Let's see this fella.
This is ridiculous, this game.
Come on. Oh, no, not seeing it.
Not yet.
Bruno with a cross. Whips it in. To no one. Rashford's there. Hits it. Volley! Oh!
We must be over 20 shots now.
Is there a point, do you know, like with yellow cards, where if you get 5 yellows over 5 games, you get a suspension? Is there a point where if you have enough shots, they give you a goal?
You get a goal.
You can trade them in.
Trade them in.
Sorry. Whose dad is that? Whose dad is that coming on for fucking Omonia? He's 55.
Sorry.
Who is it?
That's not right, that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you won't know, will we? I ain't got Scooby. Oh, no, it's not. It's not
him.
It's not Loizo.
He's going to have one of the oldest names of all time.
What's that, Mitroglou?
He looks like Mitrovic in 30 years.
Who is this man that's coming on? Come on. Who's coming on? What's he called? It's going to be a great
Dave.
name, I know it. Oh, it's just Papalis. Look at him. How old did... You found out how old he is? Are you running the numbers on this? He played for Omonia when they were first founded.
He's played
28 years
Shut
old.
up! Shut up!
No, he's not.
No, he's
28.
He's 37.
Oh, he still looks bad for 37. He's the oldest person I've ever seen.
Toast it. Fucking hell. My God.
37. He's the same age as Ronaldo.
Yeah, but Rooney's younger than Ronnie. He's
Yeah. Well,
he's had
the less we say about that, the better.
Yeah.
I'm beginning to think we might not win this game.
Nah.
And I went big on a
Look
fight.
at him.
Fucking
What
hell.
a player.
He's almost as good as he was in the early 70s.
Cypriot international, I believe.
You'd hope so.
Release it.
Hold on. Fucking hell.
It's 15 minutes left. It's 15 minutes left.
God. They're bringing their fucking like dads on and that like it's a charity match and we still can't beat them.
This
15
is going to
minutes.
be shocking if we don't win this game.
Nah, we'll win it.
They can smell a result, can't
Also, what you got to remember
they?
is
Experienced head.
clean sheet. So, not all bad.
You were half right with your prediction.
Defense wins championships, they say. It's nil. We've conceded 0 goals, so that is.
Have a go
good.
then.
Let's go on, Chris.
Goal. Oh,
Fucking
that was
blockage.
on ball, that.
Yeah.
It was a cracking block, that.
What other bright sides can we look on? It's a good run out for the lads.
Minutes for Fred.
Minutes for Ronnie.
Fred. Justice for Fred. Fucking hell.
This is worrying me because if they give the ball away, it's 2 on 2.
Yeah.
I love the jeopardy of it. It's theatre.
It is theatre.
We're not neutrals though. It's not a good viewing.
It's a great one for the neutral.
It's a great, yeah. This is one of the best 0-0s for the neutral I've ever seen. Out to the right, out to the right.
They don't even want it.
They're knackered.
They do want it. They love it. Oh, come on, Luke. Hold on, Luke.
Well done, Luke.
Oh, not very
Here
good.
he is, Dave.
Look at that.
Fucking hell.
Oh, he's got him on toast.
He's nimble.
Yes, look at that. Oh, he's still got it, bless him. No, he hasn't.
You know, he looks like small and that scary movie. You know the guy who fucking
Yeah, we
mashes
know.
up all the mash. Jesus Christ.
Some nice football from Omonia.
That'll
Well
do,
done,
Bruno.
Come on. We've kept our intensity up, United. I'm not impressed because we've been wasteful, but I'm glad
Right.
we've done
He
that.
wasn't even running then.
Nah, you got lucky.
I was desperate.
No, just that's all right. Actually, that's a good pass. Oh, Sancho. Ericsson crosses it to the back post.
Why don't you go for that? Why don't he throw himself at that
I
then?
don't know. Was he blocked off?
Do you know when someone said before? What was it? 0-0. David Gea to score the win in the 90th minute.
Would De Gea come up?
I don't think so.
We are taking risks, but
We need to win this though, because if we don't win this, we are guaranteed to not finish top.
Yeah.
So De Gea,
we have the
De
playoff
Gea
game
might
then.
as well come up if that was the case. Fucking hell, what am I saying? Just fucking win.
They've lost every game, these as well. They've lost every game.
no
What?
mugs.
Consistency's key.
Ah, come on, man.
I said 5-0. Yes. Martinez, Rashford. Go on then, Marcus. Oh, no, that's Marcus Rashford.
Oh,
Excellent. Throw in. Yeah, throw into United. Fucking hell. I
let's
can't
throw
remember.
Getachew on.
Yeah.
Last
something.
10.
He's got his sort of 14 players that he trusts, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Ten Hag.
We brought him on against Sociedad, didn't he?
Oh.
Oh, no.
Well done, Casemiro. What could have been a tricky little pass that from
Yeah.
Dallas.
Yeah.
Just made it look easy.
Oh, how's that got through there? Oh my God, that's so pants. How has he hit it so far over?
Oh, he loves that shot over the bar, doesn't he, Bruno?
Scott McTominay.
Oh, that's what you need. You need a goal. You bring Scott on, don't you?
I don't agree
You
with that.
idiot. Look. That's so bad.
Laces, get over it.
Is Bruno? Who's coming off here? Do we know?
Casemiro,
looking
maybe?
at Bruno.
I wouldn't bring Casemiro off, unless he's protecting him.
Great touch there, Casemiro. He's been good tonight.
He's been good, though.
Yeah.
To be fair, they've all been pretty good. Just somehow we've not scored. Fucking hell, Luke.
Oh.
Yeah. Ten minutes to go before stoppage time. Sticking with 5-0.
Yes.
Nice. Respect.
Hey, they're loving this dummy, aren't they?
Yeah, just let
Through
the
the
ball
legs.
run through your legs to an
Yeah.
opposition player.
Get out.
These are a bad team that we're playing against tonight. These are a poor football team.
They're not great.
No.
Mark it out, leaving the ball on the pitch.
Bruno,
Cheeky.
yeah.
No, Bruno's number 8 now.
So,
Casemiro.
so Ericsson will be your 10 now, won't he?
Yeah.
Or it'll be like your...
Casemiro off for McTominay. I suppose it makes sense. Casemiro's McTominay's banned for the
likely
weekend.
yeah.
So I suppose he's trying to save a bit of leggage. And also maybe you could say McTominay's more of a goal threat
Probably. Yeah.
if you were to need a goal, which we do.
And it is fresh legs. It might make a difference.
Yeah.
That's good play, that.
Martinez. Oh, lucky bobble bastard.
Why not pick it up?
Don't know. Probably didn't want to risk giving away.
Yeah.
Great touch down there. Because it probably wouldn't have been a pass back, but because it
worth
came off their defender, yeah.
This terrible referee.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on, get some numbers in there.
Come on. Sancho is 2-1.
But he's not going to do anything there if he's getting doubled up.
No.
Just keep moving it though.
Go back, go to the right, yeah.
Half a yard. Nice
That's
touch.
good.
Nice.
McTominay. Oh, good shot.
Oh, Dello had to.
No, get up.
Decent effort from McTominay. Oh my god. The more time you give Omonia, the more they show you that they're not very good, don't they? See, that's what I mean.
True,
It's a
but,
decent shot,
but they will be very, very tired at this point. They're hanging on.
yeah, they are.
And it's frustrating for us watching, but if you were a neutral.
What neutrals watching this game?
People are probably tuning in now because they think United might lose to Omonia.
Oh,
or
yeah.
not beat
Yeah.
them.
Producer even, yeah, I forgot about that. The only neutral in the house. Well, that and the Ipswich fan over there as well.
Lindelof. Martinez playing as a sort of backup
It's
midfielder
just
as
going
well
to keep
now.
coming back now, isn't it? They can't.
Yeah.
They've got nowhere to go.
No, they're sitting and trying to hold
we
on for a
just-
draw now, aren't they?
Just need one chance.
Yeah, just need 20
One
more
more
chances.
chance.
We've currently had 30
you give me
shots,
one
10
more?
on target. Just one more will do it, will it?
Oh.
Well done, Scott. It's all down the left-hand side at the minute for United as well, isn't it? Sancho. Oh, it's a sharp pass, that.
Yeah, I've got 3 centre-halves in there. What are they going to expect here?
Well done. I think De Gea's been practicing his passing.
Yeah.
He looks so much less nervous when he's passing the ball. He
It'd
did
be great
against
for the
Everton
team
as
that
well.
signs him in the summer, won't it?
I know, yeah. Getting a good ball playing centre back.
Just need a deflection or something, don't
I
we?
know, yeah. I
It
just
would
take
be
a scabby
scruffy goal,
shot.
wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It would be the scruffy goal after all of them chances. Referee,
Foul.
that's disgusting.
Jesus.
Sorry?
It's a ball. It's a ball. I like to look at the ball when the football's happening. That's the ref, by the way. The ref who is comfortably younger than that player they brought on.
Looks like bloke from Impractical Jokers, doesn't he?
Joe.
Not Joe.
Myrrh.
No.
Gold, frankincense and myrrh from Impractical Jokers. That's what Jesus was given on his birth. Did you know that?
What, that bald American?
Yes. More practical than actual
doesn't he?
Mer, even though he's literally called Impractical. I suppose that's why he's called Impractical, because he's named after the least practical gift ever given. Fucking hell. Yeah, their goalie has got some unorthodox skills.
He's been good though.
We're
hasn't he?
past that then. Yeah, he has. Go on then.
That was
Go on, Luke, go on, Luke.
terrible. Like, that pass was never on.
How is this 0-0? Honestly.
We do not deserve to finish top of this group.
Fucking hell. Jesus Christ. Having a time of their lives then.
Ah, but we've been so much worse in this competition and won. I'm not
Yeah.
going to go overboard with this.
He shouldn't even be on the pitch.
How he's on the pitch, I don't
He
know.
shouldn't be on a pitch.
No.
Horrible tackle.
It was a genuinely dangerous
was
tackle, that
awful.
wasn't
Horrible.
it? Yeah.
Horrible.
That was a moment of madness.
Yeah, ridiculous actually.
Tell you what, he's not far off the
Yeah,
other fella. His
Mix.
name's Mix.
Mix. Just
First name's
just
Picken.
fucking mix it up.
He's just won the flick on.
Sociedad now 3-0 up against Sheriff. Sheriff is such a good fucking name for a team, isn't it? So cool.
Here he is. Mix.
This is rough stuff, guys.
What does it go off in the group?
I don't actually. I think it's head to head.
Head-to-head first.
I
Right,
think so.
okay.
Is it?
Let's just get that goal.
Yeah. So yeah, the fact. So if what did they beat us 2-1 at Old Trafford?
1-0.
1-0.
Yeah, 1-0.
So if we beat them 2-0, we'd top the group. Assuming
Even if
we
we beat them 2-1, I think.
Well, no, because if we draw this game,
Yeah, we need to obviously not draw this. We have to get a
assuming
goal,
you win the game, right? Okay.
which is a,
Well, obviously win the game,
It's a
of
sort of
course.
mad assumption at this
Win
point.
the game.
Yeah, beat Omonia at home. Yeah, we'll do that.
I really thought it was safe to go 5-0.
I didn't think we'd.
I never make outrageous calls like that.
No, I
Usually
don't.
very measured.
Yeah, same.
Lost composure.
Not.
Pressured
We've lost
from your
our
peers.
We've all lost our heads. We've underestimated what is a top class Omonia team. And that's what we're realising now. Not that United have been wasteful or underwhelming. It's that Omonia are actually probably one of the top 2 or 3 teams in Europe at the moment.
It's a
Goal
goal kick,
ball.
that, isn't it?
Come on, this is it, Jordan.
This is it against Omonia.
This is it. This is a huge game. This. Shaw. Ronaldo.
Missed the ball. Goal kick. Aye.
Ages to go yet.
Yeah. Still 3 minutes before stoppage time, which will
Why are we
undoubtedly be
just
0
pants
minutes.
in Europe, like as a whole. They're just terrible in Europe.
Yeah, we are bad in Europe.
Doesn't even matter what competition.
We've always sort of underachieved in Europe, haven't we? Yeah. Even under Fergie, we probably should have won more than 2 with how good we were for so long. Obviously not even remotely to the same degree as
Barca
how
beat
we've
us in
been
2. Was
since.
it 2 finals?
On another,
Beat us in
on
2
another
finals.
day,
Isn't
though,
it?
this is.
Yeah, this is 10-0 on another
Yeah,
day. But we said the thing is, I said this.
We never have the other day.
No, I said
Another
yeah. That's
day
the
you're
thing.
set for
I
life.
said this. Yeah, exactly. I said this during the last game. Is they've been a bit unlucky, or we've had the chances to win it. They're not putting them in on another day with this. But it's happening so often. This over the last few years.
There's definitely an issue with our clinicalness.
Yeah.
But the approach play's been there.
Yeah, it has. Apparently the RXG is 3.6.
I can take solace in that.
Oh, I hate XG.
Still quite startling though, isn't it? How many chances we missed. Darlow. We're playing with no right winger at all at the moment. Have you noticed that? It's all
Supposed
on
to
the
be
left.
Bruno, isn't it?
Yeah, he's gone for a walk, isn't he? There he is. Do you know what? Fair play to them because.
Fucking Rashford.
Great
Lucky
touch.
there.
One more, Rio.
That's
Yeah.
no.
You've got to pass that.
Sorry, no, I'm sorry.
What
that's
a
just
terrible
inexcusable.
strike! What a terrible strike!
I know, and he's got two men he can pass to as well there. Bruno and Dallo, I think, on the right.
Fucking idiot. Just open. Scan. Oh my God. Who have you got Newcastle on Sunday? I'll do us over.
Well, no, because we're great at clean sheets.
This game's not over.
I think there's a chance that
This game is not over.
The ref would love to blow up a bang on 90, wouldn't he?
Can't do. There was subs.
Yeah, that's true.
He just
Sancho.
can't.
And now Sancho's being tripled on.
That's good, sure.
Where are you going?
Looking for a pass, but no one's there for him. There you go, Sancho's
Nice.
back on.
Nice. Come on,
That's it.
Ericsson, find
Ericsson.
something, please.
Fucking hell, not the underside of Mixer's boot. 5 minutes. How's he come up with that?
Loads of time.
I'm so glad he has.
5-0 is
Fucking
back
hell, where's he
on.
got 5 minutes from? Probably been about 9 subs, haven't there? But
A couple of VAR checks.
a couple of vibes. Out wide. Yeah, go on then. Get in the box now.
But who are you crossing it to there? Because Ronnie's on the edge of the box, wanting the ball. The only aerial threat you've got against three centre-halves is Ronnie, who's on the edge of the box. So you're crossing it to a Bruno, who's what, 5'9", and Sancho, who has no aerial threat at all.
But it's hard though. Like, it's just where's your chance coming from? They're sat in now. It's probably going to be a cross into the box.
Yeah.
You just need to get more bodies in there. Oh,
Good turn,
Good
Rashford.
turn. Wow.
Fuck off.
That's no, fair play.
It's a cracking. It's a cracking.
It's a cracking foul, isn't
Yeah,
it? Take.
yeah.
What a yellow card.
Worry.
That's
We can all appreciate that.
one hell of a yellow card, that.
I'd love it now if they just run it and score an header from this.
I can't remember the last time we put a ball, like a cross from here in the box and scored a header. As a team. We just don't.
I think
do
it was
that, do we?
Nemanja Vidic.
Yeah, it was. About 15 years ago.
Here.
Yeah, Bruno.
Bruno.
Back post.
Finds touch. It's a great ball.
Oh, it's a decent cross straight down the goalie's chops.
What is going on here? Fucking hell.
We'll
Two
look
back
on
post
this.
runners.
With what?
I don't know. Just
We will look
you
back,
look back on everything, don't you?
Good touch.
I feel we're going somewhere positive.
Yeah, I do.
This is
It's straight into that
This is a really strange
Champions
game.
League Europa knockout round. Is where we're going.
UEFA are probably pissing themselves, thinking there's
They're
even
loving
more
it.
money.
They might get United Barca this early on.
What a fall from grace.
We could also not qualify still, which would be the ultimate.
14 years ago.
Come on.
Back-to-back Champions League finals.
Come on, Sancho.
Always in good position.
Sorry.
Hold on. McTominay. Yes! Fucking hell! There it is! He's come on! He's a fucking goal threat!
Oh wow!
Honestly.
Come on!
Honestly.
No one saw that coming. McTominay comes on with the goal. Finally!
Can't celebrate.
On the 33rd attempt,
That's. Oh, yeah, I
Manchester
feel for
United
him.
score a goal. Fucking hell. Oh,
You're devastated.
you're good. As an Omonia fan,
Omonia,
you're probably
yeah.
good.
Honestly.
It just. That's.
Thanks, Scott. Thank you so much.
Jesus Christ.
Thank you so much.
What a win!
Honestly, when you look
what a win!
Still time.
when you go back,
We
What
will
a
look
win.
back.
we'll look back on this game as one of the great moments.
Tell you what,
Man
that is
United's
what
history.
Sancho's good for. What he should be good for is playing in them kind of
Yeah.
areas and.
It is brilliant there. And do you know what? McTominay does well as well.
He does well.
To get the
yeah.
ball out of his feet there.
Why has Ronnie put his hand up here? Watch Ronnie when he puts it in here. Right here. Why are you calling for offside? He's just scored at
Ref, I'm off.
92nd minute. He's got ref.
No. Call it off. I didn't score that. I'm off. Oh, that is a huge goal, that.
imagine.
Well, no. Yes. No! Fuck! Yeah. Sorry. Omonia had a shot, but it was fine. Imagine they scored.
I thought it was Dave
Oh,
in the middle.
can you drop that man now?
I don't think I'd ever say this.
I probably couldn't
How
even
have
have in
we-
front of him, to be honest.
How have we only had 78% possession? I don't remember them touching the ball in the second half.
Are we scoring again?
That'd be good, wouldn't it? 40 seconds to go. Dear God.
Oh, do you know what? You take 1-0. You just
You take a 1-0.
you had
Against
to.
Against these, you take a 1. Before the game, we all would have took a 1-0.
You're taking a draw.
I'd have taken a
I
draw.
predicted 5-0, but you take a draw.
In these sorts of games, Jordan, you take a draw, wouldn't you? So in a way, this result is.
I'm disappointed we scored, to be honest.
You sounded like it when the goal went in.
It's a mixture of just relief and arguably disappointment.
Cynicism.
How is it only one?
Let's
Well
not
done,
let
Marcus.
them have the ball. I don't.
How is that a foul?
I feel like I don't know. Like,
Oh,
wow.
full time, Manchester United. What an underdog story that was tonight. Against all the odds.
In Fergie time.
In Fergie time, no less. Managed to get a win against the mighty Omonia Nicosia of Cyprus. Arguably one of the best 4 or 5 teams in Cyprus, let's not forget. And Manchester United, the plucky underdogs, managed a late winner after a battling, gritty performance from the Old Trafford Reds there. Stunning. Jordan, what can you say on a night like this when a giant killing has taken place?
I'm shocked. I am so shocked.
No
at
one
this
saw
point.
this coming.
90+3.
I'm just shocked.
That's mad, isn't it? What on earth have we just watched?
Yeah, genuinely. George Coleman says, made it difficult for ourselves. Yeah, you can say that again. We had 34 shots in that game. 13 on target, 78% possession. A stunning, mad to say that it's a 1-0 game, and we'll have a lot to go through on this review because we will. But we'll be back in a few minutes for the review. Stick around. We'll go through all that went on. To say it was a 1-0, a hell of a lot happened in that game, and we'll be going through that on the review. Tom, where can people find you?
I know my Instagram handle.
Go on,
now.
there we go.
It's at Tom Cooney, but with a double Y.
Where? At the end?
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh,
Okay,
I tell you what, edgy that.
It's edgy.
Tell you what.
Well, it was either that or put a number.
Yeah. At Tom Cooney on Instagram. Jordan, where can people find you?
JD Simpson 98 on Twitter.
JD Simpson 98 on Twitter.
Don't know my Twitter.
Yeah, I don't know his Twitter. Right, thank you very much for joining us. Man United, one of the scalps of the century there, beating
Honestly.
Omonia Nicosia at home in the 93rd minute with a goal from Scott McTominay. Thank you very much for joining us. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. We are live anytime there's breaking news for every single Manchester United match. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you hit that button. Also, the review is pinned in the comments, so click on that and we'll see you over there in just a few minutes. Manchester United 1, Omonia Nicosia 0. We'll see you in a bit.